Hey, my tea stirrers, coffee drinkers, and my wine sippers. Today we're going to have a little fun. We want to know, is your sign about that life? That arguing life? Do your sign like to argue? I got it. Or not? We're going to find out. And at any point in time, hey, Anna Banana. Hey, my baby. Mm-hmm. So this going to be a quick video.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. We're gonna just gonna have a little bit of fun. I just may do that about this and then, but I do want your opinion. Is your sign about that arguing life? Is it about it? We're gonna wait for at least a couple of more people to come in, and we're going to discuss it. And remember, this video is about discussing things. So you don't have to agree, and you could view your opinion. Nothing is right, nothing is wrong. But we're going to see. We shall see. Hey, Dr. Amir. I was trying to start late as possible. I don't know if we're going to make it up to the Taurus. I don't know yet. But we just going to have a little fun. Hey, sissy. Hey, foot soldier.
Hey.
You know, it's always good to see my baby.
That's right.
It's always good. It's always good to see my foot soldier. So we're going to have a little
Hi, Dr. Amir. Hi, Tony.
And if you agree, you agree. And if you don't, you don't. But we will have that discussion. We just need like one more person. Because we're going to start this show. Because we still got a big show tonight. At 8:30, 9 o'clock. We still got a big show tonight with that nature nut. We got a lot to cover. But I like to cover this too. We're going to get started in 1 second. Remember, this is the grace period. If you're watching a replay, skip past this and get straight to the show. Go straight to the show. And you know this man. Hey, Keisha. How you doing, love? Good to see you guys. Ooh. What did I do? I'm always doing something. Dang. I'm always touching something, doing something. I ain't got no business. All right, we got a good enough people in here. Everybody else can check the replay. So I'm going to be stopping periodically. This is a part 1 and 2. And I got some headphones which cost more than the bootleg headphones that I got, but sound worse. So remember, don't let the price fool you. Don't think because you paid more for something that is worth more.
It ain't.
Because it's not.
Look in the private chat. I just sent you my commercial. I'm at the park right now with my dog, but I'm headed home, so that's why I'm going to be silent for a minute until I get there. Okay, alrighty.
Ay, ay, ay. Okay, here we go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Terry's moon, and I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God's duties and motherfucking responsibilities.
Check my
like
man
just
out.
Can't lay around, sit around till I get 100%. I have to confirm I'm a motherfucking 100%.
Exactly.
I have to get up and live my motherfucking life every day, regardless of the pain I'm going through standing.
Yep.
Regardless of the pain I'm going through moving. It wasn't even like a child. And pardon me, you know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all might be even entertained by that. Fun, you know what I'm saying? Let's get into. I haven't did a zodiac you about that life yet. I did one. People say I left out Leo, but I added Leo into a Leo video separately. So
You're not the only one. Everybody forgets Leo, but it's all good.
I forget what video was the title. I'm sorry about that, but we stepping into a whole new one right now. That one was about relationships. What this one gonna be about? Arguing. Let's see. Arguing was the first thing that popped in my mind. Let's see. Are you about that life?
Where Anna Banana go?
All zodiacs arguing. Is you about that life?
You
Let's start
gotta
off with the
walk
first
a dog
zodiac.
back home.
Aries love arguing. But see, here's the difference between. I'm not even gonna get into the difference yet. But we're just gonna talk about the basic temperaments. Aries, is you about that life arguing? I say you are. You love arguing. You love debating of all type of forms of fashion. Now, when we say competition, and Aries like to be in competition, I hate when people, all mundane, low consciousness people, always tie that to fucking sports. Always tie that to fucking competing or using your aggression physically.
Exactly.
Being a caveman like. That's nothing at all what Aries archetype is.
Thank
like,
you.
You know
I can't say that enough.
I'm starting to believe that. Because look, I'm a prime example. If you want to know what Aries is, you can watch my videos. So I hate when I watch other astrologers and then when they start to break down Aries, there's always an archetype that has something to do with Mars and fire.
Thank you.
The only way they know how to explain that is combining Mars and fire, which is passion, willpower, intentions, and fire, action, and enthusiasm. And then when you start to break that down, only conclusion you could come to is, oh, they high energetic and they love sports. No, no, and oh, they act caveman like and they don't think. And they act before they think. I'm gonna tell you one motherfucking thing about me, and I am an Aries. I'm one of the smartest motherfuckers out here. So I don't know where you get this motherfucking caveman shit, but I'm far from a motherfucking caveman. Now, if you cause me to attack your ass, I may attack you like a caveman, and I don't give a fuck about weapons, all that shit. I use all that shit. You got.
Hey, Queen. This video for you, Queen.
Fight every day out here talking about, oh, he a pussy, he kicked, he bite. Listen, nigga, you better hope I don't kill you. You worried about a kick? You worried about, nigga? I do karate kicks, backflips, front flips. I am Jet Li in the middle of altercations, nigga. You stay your way and you don't cross lines, motherfucker. Now I'll tell you that. And I thought about it too. Believe me, I watched plenty of action movies, plenty of karate. Nigga, I grew off motherfucking Teenage Mutant Ninja motherfucking Turtles, Power Rangers. Nigga, you think I want Bruce Lee your ass?
He's so stupid.
Nigga, you got life fucked up if you think I'm finna go with your coordinate laws of fighting, nigga. You not gonna win. And I don't care what the fuck I gotta do to make sure that your ass do not win. Now, that may be cave-like. That made me caveman-like. I may hit you with the first fucking thing that pop in my head, and if it's a sucker punch, that 9 times out of 10 that'd be the first thing. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? I may do that. That may be cave-like. I may not be thinking before those kind of actions, but you have to actually oppose an Aries for Aries to reach that point. See, when it comes to arguing, Aries love to argue, but it has to be for a purpose. I'm not gonna argue with you if it's something I'm not into. If you try to argue with me as something that I'm not into, I'm gonna let you have that. I'm gonna be like, okay, well, that's you. I'm not into that. And then instead of telling you what I'm into, I'm gonna lead by example and show you what I'm into, and not gonna care to explain it to you. So that way, it's gonna fuck your mind up even more. That you're gonna look at it like this nigga don't even care to explain to me what he into for us to even have an argument dialogue. So
I don't mean to cut my man off, but he don't make these videos anymore. The videos about that life. I think that's something that that maybe we can continue to do. You know, is your sign about this, or is your sign about that? He only did a couple, but he just went real esoteric and went all off into the stars and stuff, but he's still doing his damn thing. Check him out. He still does his damn thing. But these was my favorite videos because I had my own thoughts and a lot of things that he said I agreed with. But a lot of people, as I tell you all the time, they get confused with Aries because their mind is so stuck on Mars and fire. People don't understand they control the head, which means they are left side and right side brained. They are both. They the only people. Yeah, they will be sarcastic. Yeah. We'll finish this out. We're gonna finish this out, and then after we finish
Tony,
it out,
I know Nature Nut watching you now.
what
I was
happened,
up
baby?
like about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and he was on Vigo. I don't know when he had made the video. He was really trying to act like he knew the horoscopes and he knew something important, girl. And he was like, and the reason about, and in God, and then if you, so I said, yeah, he been watching Tony.
Oh, he said he sounded different.
Yes, and he was regurgitating
Hey,
too.
Nicole, you
And I
can
did a video
tell.
last night on this morning on zodiac signs also, and I did some readings. So I wouldn't be surprised if they follow suit on that. Watch.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
But being that but she didn't see the whole entire thing. I didn't see hers neither. But boss lady's talking about probably the way I was breaking it down. He sounded like me.
Right.
But because I keep it short and simple. I keep it to the basics. People like to go all into it. Like I tell people all the time, your chart is not for me. Your chart is for you. Only thing your sun is your reaction. Your sun is what you do. The sun is what I see. Your chart is your inner. If you want to learn more about your inner, so if you want to learn more about your inner, but it defeats the purpose to learn your chart if you don't know you cardinal. I never knew I was cardinal. I never knew I was water. I never knew I was fixed. So how you getting deep into the chart if you don't know your planet, what part of the body it controls, if you're fixed, you're mutable, or you cardinal, are you water, are you fire, are you earth?
But they have to understand where the chakras come in at too, because all that's connected. A lot of people don't know that your chakras are also connected. Then, when we were young back in the day, we were given birthstones. We have multiple birthstones. For example, the Taurus has emerald, but the emerald is not just for the Taurus. It's not just a Taurus stone. There are other stones.
Yeah, that's correct, but
birthstones.
But this is even before you get into the stones. Learn the stone. It's steps at it. Once you learn the certain things, then you can get into the stones, and then you can get into what part of the body that it controls, and then you can get into like the stones. Like I'm the paradise. You know what I'm saying? So then you can gradually move yourself. So when you get your chart and you see these different things in your chart, you can start to put it together yourself. But your sun sign, people may not want to believe me. Everybody has a different say. Your sun sign is the tool case. The stuff in your chart is what's inside the tool case. You may not use everything that's in your tool case. Sometimes your sun is so dominant it overrides things that's in your chart, or it may enhance your sun, or it may make it to whereas this is your sun, but you act a little, I could see where, there is some earth in there. It all depends on the person. It all depends on the person. Let me finish. It all depends on the person. Remember, your chart is you. Only you know where. Only you could say, okay, they say this is my Venus, but I never use that tool. It doesn't work for me. Hey, King Kev. So, or you could say, okay, I know my moon is this, but I'm not sensitive. I don't feel that way. That's up to you. But you have to remember, your sun sign is your tool case. Everything else is inside of it. Not all your tools get used. So you can't say, well, I act like this because my Venus is my third, second, fourth. You can't say that because you don't know. That's because somebody told you that. See, with me, I would have to speak to a person and hear from a person, and I would have to see what type of person you are. I can't go by what somebody put on a piece of paper. So if somebody put that on a piece of paper and it doesn't agree with how I see you, then something is off. See, people go by, okay, they get their chart done, and then they swear by it, but then their actions are totally different. So that means certain things that's in your tool case you're not using. You can also break, yes, exactly, Dr. Amira, and that's so true, because that's the purpose of me saying that you have to know if you're fixed. You gotta know, because if you fixed, you share something with Aries and Sagittarius. Because sometimes people don't see your sign. Sometimes people see your element. Like me, I always see people element before I can figure out what their sign is. Once I see your element, like I can usually 8 times out of 10 can tell if you're an earth sign. I can tell if you're a fire sign. Water signs, I ain't get there yet. You would have to show me something watery for me to know that you're watery. But rather than that, earth signs I use. That's for some reason earth signs was so. And if you are fixed, that means if you're a fixed sign, that means you now share something with Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. So you're gonna have things in common because of that. So sometimes it's not your zodiac sign that's making you act like that. Sometimes that's because that's your element. That's your element. I'm fiery. Okay, who keep cutting off and cutting on? Oh. All right. So let's finish hearing. It
also depends on who you're around too, because different zodiac signs will bring out different things in other people. So that's something also you have to keep in mind.
Which is true. And that still goes back to what I said. It all depends on what tool you use in your tool case. You pull out, it's up to you to say, well, I'm dealing with this, but I think I'm going to use this tool. I think I'm going to use that tool. You pick and choose the tools that you want to use. The chart doesn't pick and tell you what you're going to use. You go into the tool chart and you pick and choose what you're going to use, because you are the destiny of you. This is just like a template. You know how you get a template for anything. But you yourself have to finesse that template. Regardless of what everybody's seen a template. A template is something that everybody can get depending on what you're doing. Now you have to filter in what goes into that template. Now, we're gonna finish with this now.
Wait, I have a question.
Go ahead, baby.
So you know how in psychology they say that a watch subject yields different results? Do you think that people change after they find out what their chart is?
See, that's what I was saying. I really, I don't know if they change, but I don't think they change, but a lot of them start to use it like, oh, I understand why, or yeah, this is so true. I don't believe they change. You are who you are. And if it's not in you, you can't change to do it. That's just how I feel. If it's not in you.
I think sometimes people do. I think in some cases I've seen people do that. I've seen this is something that I've done a study on as well with one of my classes that we had to do. I think it was like one of my little zodiac classes I had to take for one of my little certifications. And I find that people can sometimes change, and then I have seen also the other case of people going, oh, okay, I understand, like she said, of why I'm like this. And then I've also seen people be like, whatever, that's me or not, I don't care.
Right.
It is what it is, or I don't believe in that, or you know what I mean. So yeah, I've seen the
people who say I don't believe in it. I love them. I love the people who say I don't believe in it. Because that's when I'm going to F with you now. Now I'm going to do things that I know your trait doesn't like.
Right.
You know, I like to have fun. Just because you didn't believe it, I'm going to show you that it's true. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I know. So then you go, I thought you didn't believe in it. I just did what you say you didn't believe in it. Why you mad? You know, all of y'all. It's like when this girl I know, and she doesn't understand. She's an Aquarius, so she does so much Aquarius stuff. And I'm like, damn, that's such an Aquarius. I don't know what you're talking about. But I don't even, she acts so much like an Aquarius. I'm like, I don't even think she has anything left in her chart. She is so Aquarius. Her whole thought pattern, but she really doesn't believe in it. But you can literally honestly tell. But we want to see if your sign is about that life. Then we can go on to our own. But we still have to stop periodically and talk about it, because then that means that we took his thing and we're not. We don't commentary on it. So if I have to stop it, y'all know why.
It has to be something I'm into. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't something I'm into, or something I don't care about. Now, if I hear a conversation of a group of people talking some bullshit of a subject I'm very well into, I might just come in and oppose all energies that got something to do with that fucking conversation that's going on. I may jump in and oppose every motherfucking body. And then another thing with
that's Aries, yep.
With the competition spirit,
yep.
Like I was saying, it doesn't necessarily always have to do with physicality. It's a warrior type spirit. So your framework is just to sometimes sit back and understand something for yourself first, then understand it as a whole. You have the lower Aries who understand things for themselves and try to oppose it on everybody. Then you have the higher Aries that try to learn everything for themselves and try to apply it to everybody. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference with opposing and applying. Applying is understanding your story, you understanding my story, and let's come to a common agreement. And 9 times out of 10, Aries is the first sign, so it's going to be first in thought. 9 times out of 10, that Aries is going to have the first perception to help you. They create their own perceptions of how they see things. So 9 times out of 10, Aries is going to have the first good idea, the first way you should feel about something, and that's 9 times out of 10 is the best way to feel about it. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to an argument, 9 times out of 10, Aries had analyzed the first argument that could win. So they may not know as much as you know about a subject, but they know argumentative skills because it deals with competition.
That is so true.
Competition could go on a metaphysical level, like that.
I agree.
Opposing energies. So when you oppose, when an Aries is opposed to you or applying something to you, it's almost like it's to a point that the competition might go to a point that you could be giving this Aries negative compliments, and they oppose it with showing you how positive they can be. But the competition level heightens so much sometimes that, and not physical, I'm not talking about physical, I'm talking about just inside when you have to get yourself first. It can go so high that sometimes you can't even hear when someone giving you a compliment. Someone might give you a compliment and
higher and lower mean that you're mature or immature. That's what that means, little brown girl. Higher means you're mature. Lower means you're a little immature. That's all that means. So once you learn yourself and you learn your traits, that's why I always throw in the negative traits too. So when you learn your negative traits and you know your positive traits, and now you start to learn how you learn to be in control of the traits, and you're not immature. That's all that means. Immature and not being mature. That's all that means, baby.
before anything, you telling them what's wrong about you. It's like chill. They give you a compliment. You don't have to oppose every single thing just to have that energy out there of you can control your own outlook. Because that's where it comes from. That's where it stems from. It stems from when Aries start to feel like they're out of control of a situation, or they're out of control of their own realm of reality, then that's when they can become opposing on others. And that's when someone throw you a compliment, you don't like that person having their own perception on you. You want to keep your own perception intact, and you want other people to know that. So when a person give you a good comment, you start to feel funny and start to tell them something that's slightly wrong with you. So you could slightly create the balance within your own outlook again, to say that you got this, you got your own emotional report. And that's a bad and a good thing, you know what I'm saying? But is Aries about that life when it comes to arguing? Yeah, just has to be for a purpose. Now, Geminis. Oh, Taurus. Taurus about that life, arguing. Then you actually push them to the point that they may head off. If a Taurus has to argue with you, like using all fiery energy, or using all watery energy, or using all this trying to manipulate energy with the air, if you push them to a point that they have to actually do those type of things, then you took them out of their comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? And Taurus hate to be took out of their comfort zone, because this is an earth sign and it's a fix, so I like to stay right there. So when you make it budge, when you make that rock move, you're gonna see the scrapings and all the ants and bugs and stuff that was under the position that it was there for a long time. You took it out of its rut. So now, if you making a Taurus use their energy, 9 times out of 10 they getting ready to use that energy to knock your motherfucking head off. So when I see Taurus is arguing,
where the queen
that's how
at?
I look at it. I look at it like, oh, okay, you didn't push this Taurus to the limit, to the point that their back is against a brick wall.
Oh, there she
and
goes.
they don't have no direction to go but through you. And they will go through you. So you may think a Taurus is passive or whatever like that, and before you know it, you have a motherfucking $150 across your face. Y'all females know y'all carry them knives on the low. Y'all carry them gadgets. Them Taurus females be waiting. They be sitting back just thinking like, woo, that girl just got her ass beat. If that girl who just beat her ass come my way, she don't know what she missing. Yeah, she think I'm a punk. Yeah, she come my way, end up in the motherfucking hospital. That's what Taurus females are thinking. They not out there expressing it like, oh, I beat that girl ass. Oh, I beat that girl ass.
All right, boss lady.
What?
Do we see?
Miss
And
Tony?
do we have any agreements with that or not?
Boss lady, how many faces you done slashed?
Girl, when I was in junior high, they named me Chop Chop.
He said they not about that arguing life. They about that life.
They named me Chop Chop in junior high.
Chop where the bullshit stop.
He said your ass may end up in a hospital.
For real,
I believe it
though.
too.
Oh God! So far he.
All because
Oh,
you
so
Lady,
put
far.
first
your
time I
opinion
heard
on
you
me.
say something, it was when Vic was up on the panel. You talking about, I get it. Oh, so you full of shit.
So basically, what he's on point.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. He on point.
No,
If you
he's
go and
on
fight
point.
her and y'all
No,
all
no,
fighting each other, whatever, like
Huh?
he's on point.
All right.
that,
Okay,
you know what I'm
let's go.
saying? No,
Let's
they
go.
not like that. They more reserved. Now, let me remind you, a moon sign could fucking inflict the fuck out of a sun sign to make actions and reactions blur the line, and that could cause a Taurus, depending on the sun, depending on the moon and the rising sign, could cause a Taurus sun sign to act in these type of ways. But in some point in their life, they're reserved, and they're not really with that. They like more calmness. So is Taurus is about that life when it comes to arguing? No. And if you are a Taurus and you arguing, you know someone pushed you to that motherfucking limit that you had to show your ass. You know what I'm saying? And once it gets to that point, it's all bad. It's all bad. That's like a bull. A bull could be calm all day. Boom. As soon as you open that door for one of them bull races when dudes be running and shit, the bull is at your ass. You know what I'm saying? So they fucking with the bull, making the bull budge. Now when the bull budge, but when the bull is on the run, how the fuck you gonna stop it though? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so
shit.
this is how Tauruses are. So is Taurus about to argue in life? No. Because before they argue, they're gonna knock your ass out. Yeah, look at the Gemini. The Gemini's about that life. Argue.
Oh God,
Hell,
Parsley.
motherfucking yeah. and then the crazy part about it is the difference between Aries loving to argue and the sextile of Gemini loving to argue. Geminis may love to argue just for the sake of arguing. Aries at least gotta have a purpose. Geminis,
Wait.
check this out. You a Gemini female, you know you.
What are you talking about, Queen?
I said I'm not that type of Taurus. I give people a chance. I'm not gonna just knock you out at the first beginning unless I know it's a funky situation. Look,
that's what he
I know it's
said.
a funky situation when I'm coming in, you know.
No, but that's what he said.
Okay.
That's why he said he on Gemini now. I think you got it confused. He on Gemini now. He finished with Taurus.
I know, but I heard that I'm going on what he said.
I rewind it back. What part? I rewind it. You know I rewind it back for you. What part did you hear?
Oh,
He said y'all. He said y'all are more reserved. He said if we get to that point.
But I won't just bop you if we got a situation. I'm not just going. I'm gonna run up if I know you my enemy. And we got a funky situation jumping off, and it's like right then and there, and I already know that it ain't no talking. We didn't already talk. I don't know.
He's basically saying y'all.
I might just bop you in the head.
No, but he's saying y'all more reserved. He's saying if y'all get to that point, somebody they brought you there. He's saying they brought you there. Y'all didn't go looking for it. That's what he's saying. Right. He's saying y'all. Right. He said y'all are more reserved. He said just like a bull, when nobody's bothering them, they cool. But once you open up that damn door, what the hell you gonna do then? That means somebody. Put like this. They asked for it. That's what he basically saying. They asked for it.
Well, I'm so glad because I really was trying to get Mama's prescription on the other phone, so I kind of did miss a little bit. But okay, I'm good. You was on point. Like, all right, sis, thank you.
So now I'll go back to Gemini. Yeah, even little brown girl said he said when a Taurus is taken to that point. So in other words, leave them bulls alone. Cause once they get let out, all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, let them just graze. Let them graze in the field and be happy.
Exactly. Oh, we still gonna get on y'all Taurus today, but I'm gonna rewind it just a little bit so we can get back to Gemini.
Motherfucking yeah.
This is Gemini.
And then the crazy part about it is the difference between Aries loving to argue and the sextile of Gemini loving to argue, Geminis may love to argue just for the sake of arguing. Aries at least gotta have a purpose. Geminis, woo, 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 woo. Check this out. If you're a Gemini female, you know you do this. You know you do this. You will cause an argument with your boyfriend just to see his reactions. You may not even necessarily feel that way of what you complaining to him about. Like you may step into the house one day in a super good mood, right? And you got this nigga, he always sitting on the couch, right? Now it's days that's a good thing, and it's days that's a bad thing, right? But you're in a good mood, and you wanna do something like clean up the house or cook for him or something like that, right? And you in a good mood, but you gonna start showing him a negative mood. And behind the scenes, you still in a good mood, but you arguing with him and his faults just for the sake to see how he would act. And you're putting this in boxes in your head for future references. So to you, it ain't even that deep. It ain't even that serious. To him, he probably looking at it like, dang, why she come in with such a bad attitude today? What's wrong with her, man? What did I do? I didn't even do nothing today. Somebody must have pissed her off at work or something like that. I mean, this nigga, he going through all kind of mental issues because of the arguing you giving him. And you just sitting back testing this motherfucker, playing with his head.
Geminis do play with your head. Don't front.
Gymnastics with this nigga. And behind the scenes, you are fucking in a good ass mood. You just doing that. Then you go cook and give him a meal, and after that, and after that, you act like ain't nothing happened. So now he fucked up. You finna cause him to create other actions in his life that doesn't even make sense because he's trying to understand shit, and it all makes sense in your head. It just didn't make sense to other people because the way you threw it out, it makes sense in your head perfectly though. You like two damn people. You're in a good mood right here, but you're showing everybody you're in a bad mood. then it works in vice versa. And then you can go with the males too. You know what I'm saying? A male Gemini act mad amongst everybody. He act like he's finna kill everybody, whatever like that. And inside his head, he ain't about to do shit. he just want to look at everybody else reactions to it to see how they gonna look at him and to see if that's a good facade to start acting every day or to switch up the next day. You know what I'm saying? This is another reason why people look at him like they switch up. Like, so, hey, Geminis is crazy, yo. So then when it comes to arguing, hold on 1 second.
I get exactly what he's saying. Because Gemini is mutable air. That's what they do.
Alright, then yeah. So when it comes to motherfucker arguing, yeah, they about that motherfucking life. Cause they gonna argue just for the sake of it. And if you talking about a motherfucking comic book, be real quick. You talking about motherfucking comic book or whatever like that, motherfuckers yeah, they're gonna argue just for the sake of the motherfucking comic book. You know what I'm saying? They're not necessarily even gonna give a fuck about the comic book. You know what I'm saying? They just might sit there and argue just for the sake of we're arguing about comic books. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the motherfuckers who they read the back of everything, they read all the instructions, they do all that shit, we gotta analyze everything and shit like that, and they just ready for a motherfucker mental gymnastics, mental sparring. You know what I'm saying? So that's how the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? And so they love arguing for the sake of arguing. They don't even necessarily have to be upset. They don't have to be mad. Feelings 9 times out of 10 ain't even involved. This is an air sign, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about the mental. So if they making somebody mad or they make themselves upset, it's more of them analyzing it. It's not more of them expressing it. You know what I'm saying? Unless you push them to that point that they have to do something physical, but 9 times out of 10 all mental. So if even if you're getting threatened by a Gemini or whatever like that, don't even take that too serious. Because a lot of times it's all mental. They're trying to throw perception onto you for you to look at it that way, but they not necessarily gonna follow through with that. But you got them crazy ass ones that may do a lot of shit before thinking. So you know, is Gemini's about that arguing life? I say yeah. All right, boom. Let's move to the next sign. Cancer. Is Cancer about that life?
Dun 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 dun.
Yes and no. This is this is a tricky one because this deals with the moods. So if they're in the mood to argue, yeah, they're gonna argue the fuck out of you. But if they're in the mood not to argue, then they just may knock your ass out before you even start arguing. It's all about the gut. So that's tricky right there.
I had to laugh at that one. And I gotta be in the mood.
It's true. Did I
Oh,
eat today? Is really what it's about.
he said if they in the mood and they not in the mood, they just might knock your ass out. I love your Krabby Patties. Oh, Jesus. I want to rewind that part for whoever missed it. For whoever missed it. Okay, here we go. Cause that made me laugh. I seen these a while ago, but I ain't seen them in a little bit.
No, this is a tricky one because this deals with the moods. So if they're in the mood to argue,
Hey,
yeah, they're
Yummy.
gonna argue the fuck out of you. But if they're in the mood not to argue, then they just may knock your ass out before you even start arguing. Like that's how that works here. It's all about the gut. So that's tricky right there because you even got them talkative cancers and you have them more reserved, quiet cancers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
see, when you're dealing with the most powerful water sign, it's a little tricky. You know what I'm saying? You kind of don't know what you're gonna get. You don't know if you're gonna get their left brain or right brain that day. So if I was you, I wouldn't even try to necessarily get into an argument with a Cancer because the kind of energy that they put out, they don't really necessarily put out an energy of arguing anyway. Arguing shows a lot of energy, shows a lot of enthusiasm, shows a lot of high-spirited type of things going on. So that's more related to like more fire, and then it creates opportunities with air. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to water and earth, but especially water, especially the Cancer archetype, when it comes to arguing, see, it's kind of a bubbly nature. And then Cancer is not even in the water; they on the surface. So they're on land and in the water. So they understand the emotions for what it is, and they understand how to kind of tame it a little bit by being on the earth. So this is the first water sign that kind of understands how to take shape of itself and just take shape of everything it's around. So when it absorbs the room or it absorbs a person's energy that likes to argue or something like that. See, Cancer's archetype don't put out energy that's warranted for arguing. So whatever altercation or whatever situation that come into play may lead to actions up front before.
Tony, is that
the
your
actual
TV in the
argument.
background?
Hold
So
on.
this is more of an effect instead of the cause. You may cause something.
You're muted. Are you trying to say something? Oh,
Yeah,
she.
that was something in the background. I got it. Here we
Okay.
go.
Something, but the effects may be way more harsher than the cause in a Cancer's outlook. Like you may go on around trying to argue with people, but depending on that Cancer's mood that day, they may fucking kill you before you even get to that point. And then the dialogue with arguing comes into play. It's not until everything is said and done all the arguing come into play. So you see the little dynamic difference. So it's kind of tricky. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch who you playing with. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go playing with everybody.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Cancers, sometimes they look at you. They may not show the expression you trying to show, and you may take that for granted. Like you may be all hype. You may be all doing this, and they may not show you that in return. So you may get a little foolhardy thinking you can cross more lines than you actually can with the Cancer, and then that's when your ass gonna get snapped. You know what I'm saying? With that little crap thing. All right, now, boom.
Is any lies detected?
0.
Is any lies detected?
0. Because I'm tired
Okay.
and I'm lazy, and it's easier just to knock you out than to sit up here arguing dumb shit. Because chances are I already done told your ass I don't like whatever the fuck it is you doing in the first place.
It is crazy because I seen that more with Cancer men than Cancer women. Cancer men, they always have the same look, and then I turn around, somebody laid the fuck out, and I'm like, you didn't say. The women are a little bit more feisty, but I think he's correct when he said it depends on their mood. Like, I'm not in the mood today, I think, leave me alone. But with the men, I see them have the same look. I don't see them get excited, mad, or nothing. And while that person is running their mouth, next thing you know, their ass is on the floor. I have seen it. So I have to agree too. Thank you, Chrissy. We coming back on tonight. We got a lot of nature and stuff. So
I don't yell and I don't get emotional. I just I end it. Like if there's an issue, I'm finding a solution. And if that solution is you hitting the ground, then that's what it has to be.
Yeah, I've seen. I've seen
I've
that.
exercised all other options first. I just want to put that out there.
Okay. Next is me, and I have to tell you, do I agree? Is Leo about that life, arguing life? What you guys say before we get to it?
You wrote the book on that life.
Now, what do y'all think? Yes or no?
That would be 12 yeses for me.
12 yeses? Okay, here we go. And then I would say if he's right or wrong.
Okay.
Here we go.
Let's get into motherfucking Leo. Now, Leos. Are Leos about that life? Arguing? No.
I totally
you know
agree.
what I'm saying? Now, this is a different dynamic between the arguing with the fire signs. Because with Leo, you may not necessarily think they're arguing, but they are. You know what I'm saying? They just do it in a very subtle way. So this is why I can't give them that. I can't say is they about that life arguing, but they will argue with you all day, every day, just in a subtle way. Like it's a subtle. It's
that
in a
is
way
me.
that doesn't necessarily feel like it's arguing.
Yep.
It's like say you opposing the Aries, right? And Aries got their ideas, you got your ideas. Y'all just butting heads. The way Leo does it, it's like say you got your ideas and the Leo got its ideas. You're gonna be saying your ideas instead of the Leo opposing your ideas. They're gonna say, okay, I agree with your ideas, but this is how I look at it.
Yep.
So now it's not an argument anymore. It's more like just a Leo telling you something, because they always want to be the boss of the situation. They always want to have control over the situation. So it becomes a situation where you may feel like you arguing, but the Leo just feel like they just telling you something. So if you take that situation as an argument, that's how they look at it. But they look at it like, I mean, I'll let you have your floor.
Yep.
I'll let you have your stage to say what you had to say. And now I'm setting my stage with what we had to say. And now we on an even playing field, and we both understand what's going on. We can disagree. That's not like more of a Leo.
Is that me or not, guys?
It sound like he knows exactly who he's talking about.
Is that me or not?
Yeah, I've heard you say that very thing on this panel.
Is that me or not?
Now look, I done let you come up here. You done said what you had. We gave you the floor.
Don't I always do that? I'm like, okay, say what you gotta say. Okay. And y'all be ready to snipe.
Your sign and my sign have in common, I'll let you get the last word. Like, I don't really care about that. Like, that's not what rules me, or like, it doesn't, I guess it's not one of my...
See, when Leo give you the last word, that's only because we really don't either have respect for what you're saying, or we really don't respect you. So basically we didn't hear none of your words actually, so that's why you got the last word, because we tuned you out.
Right. That's me too.
So we tuned you out. But if
I'm already focused on doing what I'm gonna do anyway.
And a lot of people try to get me to have an argument, and I go back at it with them, but I don't, as he said, I don't see it as an argument. I think, okay. And how many times you hear me say, you're right, but.
Yep. Yep. But you've never said it inaccurately, though. I can say that.
Because like he said, I'm the boss of me. I'm going to stick by what I say. But that doesn't negate how you feel neither.
Right.
So why are we arguing? There's no need. But so far, no, we are not about that life. But you may think that because we're going back and forth with you. But that's how you see it. That's not how we see it. And he explained it to the T.
Yep.
We're going to still have to wait for part 2, because part 2 is coming up, because I think Virgo is up next.
Leo looking at it like, I'm just, and then you're never gonna make the Leo feel like they're wrong. Even if you just superimpose them and prove that they're wrong, they're gonna go talk to someone else about the situation. Like they will still try to tell you something. Like, so even if they got proved wrong, they're gonna explain the situation like, yeah, this person might know what they talking about, but the energy and this that they was using was in the wrong place. So I'm just trying to explain that to them, that they're wrong by how they trying to express it. See, because Leo is the expressive sign. It's the ruler of the 5th house. It's the sun rules Leo, and it's the house, and it's the sign of expression and being center stage, not the center stage of under lights and being a musician or an actor or something like that. Center stage in your life, center stage in your life situation. If you're in a household with 6 people and you're the breadwinner of the household, you're the center stage of that household. If you amongst a group of friends and you have one friend that's a leader, and you have one friend and you have a couple other friends that like all be around.
Can be up to part 2 now. So that's why you will never see me arguing with people. Now I'm pissed off. I'm ready to fight. He forgot that part too. But let's go.
Around each other, but they feel like they need you to be the you like spark the life of the party, or when they're around you they feel a certain warmth, or when they're around you they attract a lot of other people or something like that. Then you're the center stage of that group. So that's what I mean by center stage. We don't necessarily mean being center stage like you're going to be popular as an entertainer or something like that, which if that energy can trickle down and manifest into that. But just the natural nature archetype of Leo is being, what do Leos do in the jungle? They sit in a position and they like a star. They can sit there and they're like the kings of the jungle. They go out and eat all the motherfucking animals. So, you know what I'm saying? They center stage of the jungle. Leos, lions is center stage of the jungle. So, you know, when a lion come around, what do baboons and hyenas and shit do? They look like, oh shit, they're all lion, and then they either run or gain up on that one person. Now apply that with energy. When a Leo walks into a room, everyone, if for some reason it's like the sun itself, everyone looks at the Leo like, oh, look at the Leo, whatever like that. So it's either everyone apply themselves and succumb themselves in your warmth, or everybody gain up on you and you end up having hundreds of secret haters. Yep. That's how it works. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So is Leo's about that arguing life? No, because they have a more subtle and better way to argue. Just like they got a more diplomatic way of arguing, just like Libras. So we're gonna get into those, you know what I'm saying? So it is arguing just to you, not to them. Now, they always right. Now,
thank you.
That
Virgo.
was cute.
Now, Virgo.
What part, sis?
That was cute, where he was like, so it is arguing, but just to you. I can see you saying that yourself so bad. Like, it's just so you. It's really cute, though. Because that's very much Leo.
And he didn't have to blow me out, but remember, I'm bagging everything, damn it. Now, is Virgo about that life? Yes or no? What y'all think? Well,
yes.
Virgo about that life, about that arguing life? Anybody in the chat? Is Virgo about that arguing chat? Yes or no? Give me a yes or no so we can move on.
Well, they're kind of they're very vindictive, so it's not really an argument, but they start a lot of shit.
My oldest daughter and son are both Leos. Yeah, we on Virgo, Empress. Do you think Virgos is about that arguing life? Are they about that life? If you don't know Virgos, then that's okay. So we're going to start it anyway.
My only example is feminine, so.
Okay, baby, here we go.
Virgos about that life, about that arguing life. Hell motherfucking yeah.
You are right! Ding, 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 ding. Whoever said yes was right.
And then the way they motherfucking argue, it isn't even necessarily arguing. It's like they're more worried about you than arguing with you. So you arguing with them, they gonna understand. They gonna try to figure out why the fuck you so hype. And if you too hype, they smack your ass to calm your ass down. But they're gonna be like, why the fuck you so hype? Why the fuck you so energetic? Why the fuck you so argumentative? What I'm saying is the details of the situation. I'm analyzing the situation for what it is. This is a Virgo, of a Virgo talking, if a Virgo getting into an argument. So that outlook right there is looking at you like they have to argue with you the critical.
I hate that about
the
Virgo.
actuality of the situation. So that's the only time how they look at
I
argument.
hate that part about Virgos, and he's absolutely right. How do you argue about somebody about their life?
Show Liz. Yep.
That's the one thing I hate. They go into a big old thing and then they got nothing to do with them. It's their life, Virgo, but I still love you. But let's go.
And so yeah, they about that life. They argue with you, but the outlook of arguing is trying to show you that your way of arguing or your way of trying to understand and learn something is at fault. And they're trying to act. So if a Virgo arguing with you, they looking at it like they're trying to make you better. They're not arguing with you just for the sake of arguing, like maybe the Mercury Gemini. They're arguing with you for the sake of trying to help you. They like, man, this person is, what is wrong with this person? Let me break something down to this person real quick. And that's how they come at you. So yeah, they definitely about that argument. Like, you definitely get a Virgo in your life telling you about yourself. You come around stinking. You come around doing a bunch of shit that everybody don't like. A Virgo will tell you. They will tell you. You know what I'm saying? And they don't feel like they're doing anything wrong. They feel like they're helping you. They feel like they're serving you. You know what I'm saying? So when we say Virgos are here to serve and to help, we don't mean be followers. We don't mean, although, or copycatters, although it can trickle down and manifest into that, we talk about the actual energy itself though, the servant energy, the helping energy. You can have Virgos here that are absolute leaders because they feel the need in their heart to help others, to be here for others. So this is what makes them a leader. See, you get what I'm saying? So it's Virgos about that arguing life. I say hell yeah, but they argue out of criticizing and analyzing. So it's not an arguing with you just to argue with you and to oppose you. It's to argue with you to help you. You know what I'm saying? So that's the Virgo energy of arguing. Now let's go to Libra. Now is Libra about that life? Is Libra's about that life arguing? Yes. Now I'm gonna say yes. You know what I'm saying? Because a Leo argue with but they argue for fun. That's the difference between the two air signs and the opposite signs, which is Aries. Aries argue to oppose, but it has to have a purpose. Libra may argue to relate. They may be arguing with you to relate to you. So a lot of times it don't feel like an argument.
It's coming.
Like
Sagittarius is coming. It's coming. It's coming.
To come to a point that to make you feel like you're the only one arguing, they're telling you something. The Libra argue with you just to see where you're coming from, just to relate to you. So if it's a high volatile type of argument, then it may have been a situation that the Libra feel like they have to gain control over intellectually. You know what I'm saying? But if it's a calm, peaceful, diplomatic, tactful arguing, that's what Libras like, and that's what they love. So anytime you can do a friendly debating, but we all know the outcome is friendly or anything like podcast type shit, this, that, and the third, or relating to someone in some way, shape, form, or fashion, or related to someone about something else. This is the way Libras argue. So it comes across pleasant like Leos. It comes across like it's not necessarily arguing, but at the end of the day it is, because it's two energies opposing each other till they come to one agreement, basically.
All right, I have to give a input with the Libra, because we barely talk about Libras. We're gonna start getting on Libra's ass too. We're going to start getting on. Sagittarius is coming. He's going in order. And we already know Sagittarius is about that life. Well, we're going to ask the people. We're going to find out. But give me 1 second.
Where in the world is Dr. Amira? Is she in the chat? Oh, she got to do. Oh, okay, I see. Never mind. Make sure while we're taking this break, you guys take this time, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Go ahead and hit her Cash App,
Now,
$sugarlove820.
with Aries, I go to sleep when they start arguing with me. Now, with Libra, you have to understand that they type of argument, they when they argue with you, I don't know if y'all experienced it or not, but I have plenty of times. You don't catch the effed up stuff they said about you 2 days later. Then you'll go, hold up. I know she didn't just say this. They do it so sweet. I mean, unless they ready to fight, that's different. But having a regular argument with a Libra, if they're giving you good advice, you'll catch on later. If they're disrespecting you, you'll catch on later. Has anybody experienced that with the Libra?
I don't know many Libras. I don't meet many Libras.
Remember, Libra is from September 24th to October whatever. To October whatever. But they're very skilled and very good at it. Even if it's good advice,
Are they better than Aries?
Aries has the aggression with it, but it has to be a reason for Aries to want to argue with you. Because if they're still going to start shit with you, but starting shit and arguing is two different things. But yep. Libra does it very subtle. Like you said, Leo too. That's one thing they both have in common. But the difference is you're gonna. What Leo too. When they tell you something, sometime you may not understand it right then and there, but it's will like a thought bomb, right? And it will stay on your mind, and you like, oh, I got it. So a lot of times when Aries give you advice, when Libras give you advice, they give some of the best advice, but depending on how they say it, you won't understand what they were saying until either what they saying, the situation happens, and you like, damn, that Libra just was telling me blah blah blah, or somebody may do something, you like, oh damn, that Libra was right. I get it. They more like the I get it. They don't have the time to really sugarcoat it and break it down for you. They say it in the pleasant way. Hey Tracy, I'm a Libra. I give great advice, but I really go out my way. Not exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying, Trey. They give the best advice. Now, they don't go out your way to hurt your feelings, but they will hurt your feelings. You just won't realize it don't hurt that bad because you didn't catch on that they hurt your feelings 2 days later when you sit back and say, oh yeah, and I was talking to such and such, and this is what they said to me. And then once you repeat what they said to you, and you be like, oh shit, they disrespected me. A lot of times when you telling somebody about the argument you had with the Libra, and you repeat what they say, that's when you realize, oh shit, why? I wish I would have caught on to what they said while they was in my face, But I was like, okay, your ass is going now. But when I do see you, though, I'm gonna let you know I don't like what you said. That always happened with Libras, always. So at that point, you ain't even mad no more. But I'm gonna check you though, a couple of days later. But you got me. That's like look at somebody like Kim Kardashian. Look how she goes at it with her sister. She stay at the same pace. She say stuff like really nice, but it's really nasty. The way she say it, you don't think that Kim Kardashian is disrespecting you, but she's really disrespecting you.
That makes so much sense, because that's all they do is sneak diss each other on that show.
Yeah, but she does it so good, and she keeps the same. She keeps with the same poise. Yes, and I know my mama is one. I've
Oh,
seen it
really?
first. I've seen it firsthand. I be like, damn, she good. Damn, she good. She is good. They don't, unless like you turn them to the other side, unless you make them use their cardinal energy and you tip that scale, they are the ones who like to keep the balance, right? They don't like for their scales to be tipped either way. They don't want to be tipped for it to be too good. They don't want it tipped for it to be bad. They want to stay where it's like balanced. I don't want to be good. I don't want to be bad. I want to be balanced. So if you choose this, tread wisely. If you choose this to tip it in the bad way, they're gonna throw in that cardinal energy. It's gonna be a fight going on, and then you'll see how really ruthless they mouth is. Now, if they going at it with the Gemini, oh shit, yes, I get the popcorn ready. Get the popcorn ready, baby. Alright, let's carry on. Let's see.
Is Libra masculine energy?
Libra is masculine. Air and fire is masculine.
Okay.
Water and earth is feminine. I'm glad you're starting to ask these questions now, Ann. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, I'm learning.
I'm so proud of you. And
I'm proud of you for teaching me. This is awesome.
I still owe you a couple of more videos I didn't bring in, but we're going to do Taurus. But all my Tauruses is not here. So let's carry on.
Where'd he go?
Okay, let's go.
So is Libras about that arguing life? Yeah, they just got they got diplomatic and tactful skills when it comes to that arguing. So a lot of times you could be getting cursed out or you could be getting shot down intellectually by a Libra without even knowing it.
Oh shit! I just tell me I just didn't say that.
I ain't hear you say that.
I said the way they do it,
I'm
that you
playing.
won't. Oh, I'll get you. Here we go, baby. Here we go.
Like you think the Libra with you, laughing with you, and they laughing at you, because they got the type of wordage and the sarcastic ways about themselves that kind of blend energies. See, for an example, Libras is ruled by Venus, so when they jump into a volatile energy like Mars or anything like that, the way they may show that expression may still come across pleasant. So you may be looking at this person like, is this person really angry at me? Why are they talking to me like that? You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, you may be getting approached by a Libra. You know what I'm saying? Because they may be upset and they're attacking you, but it's still hard for you to kind of fully understand that because of all that Venus there and that Venus quality there. So you know what I'm saying? It's Libras about that arguing life. Hell yeah, and they know how to do it very good. So arguing with a Libra, you hurting yourself because you're not gonna make them upset. Because 9 times out of 10, it doesn't deal with emotions; it deals with the intellect. So you're not gonna get them upset. And 9 times out of 10, they're gonna piss you off 10 times even more because of the way they worded something. And it ain't gonna be till you go home and really think about it. Like, hold on, that motherfucker disrespected me. Like, hold on.
Get out of my head, D-Lo.
I ain't catch that in the middle.
Thank you, D-Lo.
Thinking about it now, that was being real disrespectful. Yeah, that was a motherfucking Libra.
Get out my head. Get out my head, D-Lo. Get out my head.
So yeah, let's get into motherfucking Scorpio. Now.
Uh-oh.
All right, guys, we going into Scorpio. Is Scorpio about that life? Can we get some yeses or nos in the chat? Is Scorpio about that life?
I say yes, but only because I relate Scorpio to a stinger, so that means aggression to me. But I don't know anything particular about the sign, so I'm probably wrong.
Oh, girl,
because it's like astrology. It's like the stereotype of each sign, you know?
Don't worry, by the time I finish with you, you're going to be so good.
I can't wait.
Okay, nobody got nothing to say. So she said yes. Let's find out. And remember, it doesn't make what he say true. It's just, he's just giving you his opinion. And if you agree with it, you agree with it. If you don't, you don't.
And Scorpio's about that life, that arguing life. No, no. Now, if a Scorpio is arguing with you, it has to be for a purpose also, because this here with that Mars. But it's not so extroverted like Aries. It's introverted Mars. So what happens here is if I see a Scorpio argue with you, it's because you opposing how you think they should be onto them, or you're doing something completely wrong and they feel the necessary need to help you. Like, not necessarily help, but the necessarily need to tell you what's right about whatever you're doing. Now, a Scorpio, they see your actions and see you stumbling and falling.
Where my sharpshooter at? Where my sharpshooter?
Without necessarily telling you. But if they see you the type of person who can't understand that or understand metaphors, then they're gonna have like this bent up aggression in them, because they're gonna feel like, man, I did all this type of shit leading by example. I mean, I know I should have just told him up front, but I'm leading by example, and I wasted all this energy, and this motherfucker still don't get it. So the Scorpio themselves, if they not enlightened the ego, then they may not know this is what's going on within them. But this is what's actually going on with them. That Mars is building aggression, and is building willpower, and is building intentions. So when you get attacked with that same energy from that.
I don't mean to interrupt, but can you just do a little? That's going to be after this, Katrina. After this, 8 o'clock, 8:30 is when we go in on Nature Nut. Okay? So, we want to give people the basics of astrology so they can learn about other people, and knowing that if I do this so people can know, can you be bothered with this person, or you don't want me bothered with that person, or maybe you'll learn something about yourself. But Nature Nut is a whole different show. But that show will be on right after this one, Katrina. So feel free to stay in here, or feel free to come back. So let's get back to Scorpio life, because after Scorpio, if I'm not mistaken, comes Sagittarius. And we need to know Sagittarius about that life.
That person again, it comes across like you're tired of it. Well, really, that person, this is the first time this person hearing or understanding that this is what's going on. But to you as a Scorpio, you've been doing this. Like, so now it's build up, and now it's up to here. So now when you express it, it comes across volatile. So it comes across argumentative, or you're trying to control somebody, or you're trying to control the way what they do. Then it's like, damn motherfucker, why you always do that? You always do that. You're supposed to spend your money on this. Then when you do this, then you do that fucking way. Then this person like, damn, why this person exploding on me? Or whatever like that. This is my first time even knowing you felt this way about me. When in the Scorpio head, they been on this shit. Last week, they were trying to lead by example because they see you did something wrong. So they were trying to show you something. They see you didn't do it. They try to throw little hints out there, little slight sarcastic shit. They see you wasn't picking up on it. So when it comes to a point that they got a motherfucker, now they got to tell you, and you push that intention on them and that willpower on them to the point now they got to use aggression, they can't help but to use it that way. And they're not upset with you or mad at you. It's just that that's the way the energy gets expressed because of the Mars and the Pluto. So is Scorpios about that arguing life? No, they're gonna sit there and let you be until it start inflicting on letting them be. When your energy start inflicting on the Scorpio, making the Scorpio do different things now and dictate their own actions now, then that's when you're gonna see the lash out. Then that's when you're gonna get your ass stung. But for the most part, they're gonna let your ass fall off the cliff a few times. You know what I'm saying? So, and they're not gonna argue with you about it. You know what I'm saying? So, Scorpios about that, the arguing life? No. They only gonna argue with you if it sees a purpose. Sagittarius. Now, in Sagittarius.
Okay, guys, it's Sagittarius about that life. It's Sagittarius about that life.
Hell yeah.
I agree. Hell to the yeah, to the yeah, to the yeah.
I'd have been wrong because I was going to say no.
You've been wrong twice already.
Yeah,
but this time, I think you're right. This time, I believe you are right. Saggies are about that life. Let's go and see if Saggies about that life?
Sagittarius about that arguing life. No, I'm gonna say Sagittarius.
No,
because Sagittarius don't even like to be in the energy of
no
arguing anyway.
I guess we all wrong.
Debate
I don't agree
like
with you.
That's
just like the
bullshit.
sextile with Libra, that's what they have. That's what they have in common. Just like the sextile with Gemini and Aries, the air fire sign. When you got Aries loves to argue, but it has to be for a purpose, and Gemini loves to argue just for the sake of arguing. With this fire and air temperament, which I should apply Sag with Aquarius, because I applied Leo with Libra. So the difference between Sag and with the Aquarius, they both don't like to argue. We don't get there. You know what I'm saying? So when I get to Aquarius, that's when I'm going to set aside the difference. Same way I did with Libra, Leo, and then I'm going to do that with the Earth too. But, you know, Sagittarius, they don't even like to be in that energy. They don't even like to be in that field of reality. They don't even like to be around that. So before you even can start an argument with a Sagittarius, they up out of there. They up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Now, they'll argue with you, but once the argument get to a point that everyone has to agree to disagree, that's when the Sagittarius may take a preacher role or take a higher role, because arguing may seem lower consciousness to a Sag. Arguing may seem petty. So if you are arguing with a Sag, or you a Sag and you arguing with someone, you're trying to get to a higher purpose of it. Now, if you see whoever you clashing with, if you see that it's going to come to a point where you just have to agree to disagree, or nothing is going to come out of it, then the Sag is going to jump into preacher or jump into teacher mode and jump out of the arguing vibration. And in their head, they look like they feel like they jumping in something higher now. So now they arguing from how they feel is a higher perspective. So now they looking at it like, well, we don't need to be arguing. Just look at what we talking about in the first place. Then they start analyzing the situation as a whole and broaden the horizon of the whole situation to the point that now the person that the Sag is arguing with don't even feel like the arguing is worth arguing anymore. Now they just feel like they being a goddamn student, or they sit in a fucking church room or something like that, and this person is trying to praise their morals all down my fucking throat. And okay, I don't even want to argue no more. I don't even want to listen to you talk about what's right or wrong about this argument anymore. I'm freaking done. And that's what the person going to feel like up under the Sag. So it's probably in your best interest not even to argue with a Sagittarius, because they're not going to do nothing but take their self out of that energy and try to put themselves in a higher energy. And then by them even having that outlook, they manifest situations where they have higher energy than others. But see, it's a bad and a good thing about that, because you can never even dialogue with someone or have someone want to dialogue with you, and then when you do get into conversation, sometimes you feel like it's a cage. So you feel like you don't even want to say any. Sometimes you got the quiet Sagittarius. They don't even want to say anything because they feel like they're going to be tied into that conversation now. And that's a form of being in a cage, a form of being in a box. And they don't want to do that. So, they get up out of there in a second. They get up out of there in a second. So, a Sagittarius about that life arguing? No. No. I'm going to say no. You know what I'm saying? Before they argue with you, they're going to try to teach you something. They're going to try to teach you that you arguing don't make sense. So, yeah. Now, let's talk about Capricorns.
Okay, I got one wrong, but I don't care what he say. I see them damn Sagittarius be popping off. But, maybe he's right. For what he said. It's Capricorn about that life, guys.
Well, Sagittarius, they do pop off, but they're more like Sagittarius is more like a flamboyant popping off. They high class pop off. They ain't gonna get ratchet with it. They gonna educationally pop off on your ass.
Yeah, exactly. Was you here for Taurus? Oh, yeah, you was.
No, I was ordering Mama's prescription.
Oh, how's Mommy doing?
She doing good, girl. She outside walking up and down the hallway and getting her sun on.
God bless. Okay, it's Capricorn about that life. It's Capricorn about that life.
Hell yeah.
I don't even know what to say, but I will say Yeah.
My
Let's see.
children's father was a Capricorn, so I could tell you from experience.
Let's go.
Now, Capricorns. Is Capricorns about that arguing life? Yes, Capricorns is definitely about that arguing life. Because if you
all
come
right.
some bullshit that don't make sense,
Snappy.
they're gonna argue with you that it don't make sense. For an example, if me
Now you know why I named them Snappy Cappy. Because they about that life.
you finna go into a business, right? And I'm a Capricorn, and you just another sign, right? Now we finna go into business, right? Now you telling me something like this. You like, all right, let's start a business. Let me get off this shit because this ain't doing nothing but distracting me. Sorry, y'all. But look, you gonna look at it like, okay, let's start a business. I want to open up a convenience store. Now, the Capricorn is gonna be like, okay, boom, I'm with you. Let's do this. All right, let's get it done. Let's start doing shit. Now, the Capricorn is gonna start doing shit, turning it into actually getting and owning a store for these things to actually take off, so you can actually get food and actually have shit in the store for sale. Now, you may be the type of person like, all right, but your actions and your awareness of how to get it done may be slightly off. So you come with your ideas, the Capricorn can come with their ideas. The Capricorn is going to criticize the fuck out of your ideas because it's not going to make sense to them.
That's
you might
a
be kind of like,
Capricorn.
all right, I know where to get 50 pieces of stacked corn from. And you may be looking at it like, the Capricorn will look at it like, nigga, we don't even got a fucking store. Why would you go get some corn if we don't got a place to store it? And then you may be thinking you making sense because you're going to be like, well, I got this corn. We can put the corn anywhere. I can take the corn to my refrigerator. You take some of the corn to your refrigerator until we get the store. And this way, we working ahead of time. And the Capricorn going to be looking at it like, nigga, we don't even know if we going to get a loan to get the store. So look, so both situations may very well make sense. But at the end of the day, the Capricorn is always going to be looking at it like, we need to be taking the right steps, the right procedures, and we need to organize it and have it organized in the right way in order for the procedures to be done right. Now, it doesn't matter what another person do. It might make sense, or it might not. But in a Capricorn head, it's always not going to make sense to a Capricorn.
You got that right.
Always feel
they
like
always
they have
got something to say.
Part 1, part 2, part 3 ways to go about it.
Exactly.
You know
I can't stand that about them.
You gotta understand.
I can't stand that about them.
And you have to argue with a Capricorn in order to prove them wrong.
Yup.
Because they're not going to see anything wrong. So that's the difference with Taurus and Capricorn. The Taurus may be stubborn and stuck in their ways, so even if you prove them wrong, they're not going to care. Capricorns, if you prove them wrong, they're willing to argue with you to the death. And if you do prove them wrong, they're going to argue with you for proving them wrong. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to try to make themselves feel right in some aspect of the conversation. Even though if they fully lost the argument by 90%, they're going to find that 10% that they can at least be right on, so they can go home and at least feel like they accomplished something. Because that's Capricorn is the sign of status quo. Status quo is goals. When you reach goals, you feel like you accomplished something. So Capricorns love to accomplish things. You feel me? So it's Capricorns about that argue life. Hell motherfucking yeah. I'm getting to the last two signs. Aquarius. Is Aquarius about that? Well,
he already said no.
No, they not about that life.
That's a lie.
This is the sextile.
That's a lie. I seen Aquarius go on. I don't know about that.
The whole situation as a whole. Aquarius may get detached and just tell you what you want to hear in order for you to shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't necessarily. Now, Aquarius. Now, if it comes to like ranking on people, roasting people, having friendly fights. They with that, if you want to call that arguing, they'll tell you about yourself in a second. They'll be like, think you got a big ass hole in your motherfucking shacks. You got a big ass. They'll do that all day. But when it comes to arguing about an actual situation, no, they're gonna get detached. They're gonna tell you how they feel and how they think. Then once you go on and on and on and on about how you feel and how you think, that's when they're going to get quiet and get detached. Or they may throw little smart, sarcastic remarks out there like the Libra, but it's not all in trying to relate to you. It's all in trying to belittle your ego. Because the sun is at work in Aquarius. So, and Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and Uranus. So Saturn doesn't reflect sunlight. So the sun itself is a form of ego. The sun has an ego. So the sun is not getting reflected from Saturn or from Saturn signs, which is Capricorn and Aquarius, but more so Aquarius. So when a person who are trying to show and express themselves and give off their light to Aquarius, you're not going to get no feedback from Aquarius. Before an Aquarius give you a feedback, they're gonna give you something that kind of tame your ego a little bit. They're gonna say something that's smart to you to make you feel like you're not as good as you thought you was. You're not as high spirits as you thought you was. You're not as smart as you thought you was. And even if the Aquarius really feel like you are, they in their head they feel like they have to tell you this because they don't want you to get big-headed. This will actually help you out. This is just their basic nature. You know what I'm saying? They don't want people parading their ego around everywhere because Saturn doesn't reflect sunlight. So Aquarius is not gonna accommodate you for your ego. It's not gonna accommodate you for what you think you're creative at. They're gonna say what they have to say. Then once you go on and on trying to prove something, Aquarius feel like they have nothing to prove. They don't have ego the way you have ego. Because the sun is debilitated here. So the sun has to do shit it doesn't necessarily want to do. So when the sun wants to go out and act creative and act and show its spirit and high vitality to people, when the sun comes in Aquarius, it does that in a whole nother way. It's not bent on showing you or proving to you it's something. It's more about proving to itself and applying something that everyone else can understand first. You know what I'm saying? So before you want to come around to Aquarius and say me, expect the Aquarius to argue with you and be like, no. It's not even about me either. You know what I'm saying? They set it up like that. They'd be like, it ain't about you, motherfucker. It ain't about me either. And then they come up with a perception how it's about everybody. Because this is where the humanitarian traits might jump in. You know what I'm saying? So is Aquarius about that life? No. They ain't about to argue in life. And when you come trying to argue, they gonna shoot your shit down to the point that the Aquarius feel like they might be too smart to argue with you. You know what I'm saying? You might feel dumb if they even gave you 10 words. Is
the hell with them.
Like, no. You know what I'm saying? They too smart for that.
Whatever.
Last motherfucking sign. Pisces.
Oh,
is Pisces about that arguing life? Here's another tricky one.
Yes or no? Pisces, yes or no?
My mom is Aquarius, and I mean, all my life she's been argumentative.
That's
So
all
I
I
don't
see
know
with
about
Aquarius too. And
I
but
don't
they
know
do,
about
but
that
they
Aquarius.
do. I agree with you, Queen. But I agree with you, but in the sense of how he's saying it. They argue with you like they are above you and they are smarter than you and you are beneath them. Because I have had a lot of tit for tat, and not to mind you, I love my Aquarius. I even though my favorite energy is Gemini and Aries, and Gemini and Aries is my favorite energy. But my road dog, Aquarius, is the type of person that, believe me, if you are in a fight, you don't never have to worry about where they at. They're jumping on them right with you. Right with you. I always like that about them. I keep telling people, when it comes down to Virgo, and it comes down to Virgo and Aquarius, that sign, both of them signs is tricky. Because they can be the ultimate female, do feminine stuff, or they could be that ninja. They could be a male or female. It depends on what you call for. They the type of sometimes you would really think they are a dude. Because they actions is just like a dude. They're going to get over on you like a dude. Men better learn that. Messing with the Virgo or Aquarius, they will be more thinking wise. They would think more like a dude than you. Oh, you think you're going to get me out my money? Ninja, I'm getting you out you up first. Oh, you thought you was going to do this? They will outsmart a man very quick, because them two signs can turn into a man far as thinking wise. But as far as thinking wise, they gonna be so feminine and snap out of that and turn into a dude real quick. Real quick. I don't know if you ever noticed it, but watch an Aquarius and watch a Virgo. Watch them too. Even the way they start talking. If you ever had a girlfriend, that's one minute they talking all feminine and lovely and bubbly and all the things they gonna do and how sexy they is. The next thing you know, they turn into gutter. They start talking some gutter shit. You like, hold up. Okay. You did what? But watch them too. Let's see if Pisces is about that life.
Because they are. But they do it for the sake of having the outcome be harmonious. They don't do it for the sake of having the outcome be detriment. For an example, like the opposite is Virgo. And when we was talking about Virgo, they're about that arguing life, but they argue with you because they feel like they help you. Now, the polar opposite of that is Pisces. So Pisces a lot of times may feel like they can't help you. Like if you showing a Pisces all these actions or whatever like that, and you got the Pisces in your life trying to tell you what's right or wrong, and then they see you not listening, they see you keep doing the same thing. At that point, is a Pisces will wash their hands. They feel like, okay, I can't help you. So they don't, at that point, they don't even want you around. So when you them, because you don't feel their presence of helping no more, you don't feel their presence of nurturing no more, and then you go and acting like you may be a fire sign and acting like a kid to this water sign, because this water sign not give you your fire that nurturing stability and that steaming warmth and that evaporation warmth anymore, to make you feel like you don't have to show your aggression all the time. And you would, to a water, see, this is water and the fire signs are the fillers, so they esoterically attack each other emotionally. Same way with the earth. Earth and air are the thinkers, so they esoterically attack each other intellectually. So when you get a fire and a water sign together, in general, fire sign may act out and a water sign may always be there to nurture, and they act out. Now, when a water, this may get exhausting for a water sign. So when a water sign gets to a point that they can't help you, they back away. Now the fire sign may act childlike because they start to feel a certain way, and they start to feel like, okay, why you not there for me no more? So they figure that they have to do more of those type of actions to have the water, to draw the water sign in. And the actions get more explosive and more explosive the farther the water sign go away. So this is the feelings that they not understanding about each other. The emotions is clashing. Mm-hmm. Now, sometimes, most of the time, the fire end up drawing the water back in to a situation that the water don't want to be in. So it becomes a volatile relationship. But when the fire can understand that the water was doing that because they truly concerned, it's not just that they looking at your child ways and feel like they have to be there. And when they not being there, you want to reissue and act childish again and reissue the issue of them making them feel like they have to be there. See, that's where you get wrong at. That's where the clash. The water don't have to be there. So fire, you have to understand that. So when it comes to the Pisces archetype, and when it comes to arguing, if they feel like they have to wash their hands for something, they're gonna leave you the fuck alone. And don't come showing the same actions thinking that's what they care about. No, they're emotionally, physically, and mentally exhausted and drained. And they need to refill their cup. So you being around them trying to keep burning shit out, thinking that's how they care for you, you're wrong there. You know what I'm saying? You have to grow up a little bit. So is Pisces about that arguing life? I'ma say yeah, because they're gonna be there for you. And a lot of times, before you push them to the limit of backing away, they're gonna super aggressively argue with your ass and let you know that they almost to that limit. And if you can't see that water flowing getting ready to leave, if you can't see how highly volatile that water is and how much of a hurricane it could cause by them trying to help you, if you can't see that and you don't let that water person, and you don't let that Pisces know that you see that, then kiss that motherfucking goodbye. And they may create a situation where you can never get close again. And they may truly want you deep down inside, but that water won't allow them. The water won't allow them. It's too emotionally strong. So is Pisces about that?
Hold on, guys.
I said no to Pisces being a fighter because of Kevin, because he seems way too smart. I would think that he would try to use the situation with his words first.
Oh no, Kevin will bop you in your head and then explain why he did it.
That's equally understandable.
And then explain why you thought that you did what you did because you thought it was right.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I would not want him to meet my dad.
That's funny. That makes perfect sense, though.
Sit them kids down. I bet they'd be like, "Damn, is he ever gonna stop talking?"
Who?
Kevin.
King Kev when he's disciplining his kids or something.
Yeah, because I was trying to explain to her why I said that no to Pisces being a fighter, because when I think of Kevin, I think of him being too diplomatic and too wordsy to fight. Like he would reason out of it or try and diffuse it.
Because what it is that I'm gonna when we get to Pisces, you'll understand. When we get to Pisces, you will understand. You will understand because their thoughts in their mind is to kill you. You know, they have very crazy thoughts that go on in their mind, and they we'll get to that when we get to Pisces. But we're going to get to Taurus because I got my queen in here and I got in trouble yesterday and I'm trying to get myself out of suspension. I want to get out the corner from boss lady. I want to get out of the corner. But a Pisces will argue, they will pop off, and they will be ready to fight. Let's not never get that twisted. That I call them the pop off kings and queens.
When you say corner, you got to get out the corner in your New York accent.
Oh God, I didn't catch it. Keisha said, once I take my wig off, it's order popping. Yes, they are the pop off kings and queens. You go around and hurt their feelings if you want to. They're not the people to hurt their feelings. I'm sorry. They're not. They're not. Anybody else feelings, they can shrug it off. Pisces is not the one. Because they are full water. Full water. Actually, they don't even want to be on planet Earth anyway. They would like to be someplace in the sky somewhere playing. They don't even like planet Earth. They don't even like people. They just have to deal with people. Because the way they see things and the way others see things is totally different. That's why they master the art world. That's why they master the music world. Or they can master whatever they choose to master. But they won't let you know that they can master it, because a Pisces, they don't believe in having to prove anything to anybody. That if you're looking for, like, somebody have to keep saying, look at me, I can do this, and keep proving it over and over. A Pisces is not built like that. They just do it. If you see what they do, then you see what they do. But how you think about them, that's your thought about them. That they're not going to say, well, I want you to think good about me, so I'm gonna prove to you I can do this, because in their mind I did it already. I don't have nothing to prove. I'm sorry you wasn't around when I did it, but that's on you. That's not on me. But whatever they do or they choose to do, they excel in it very well. They excel in whatever they want to do, if they want to do it. If they doesn't become the negative Pisces, that's who picks up on substances and alcohol and stuff like that, things to make their mind escape. Them are the worst people ever. They are the
That's
worst.
the ones
people.
you said were addictive, right?
Yeah, who has that?
Okay.
They are the worst ever.
Okay.
They are the worst. Them are the ones that, and I've seen it. I know a lot of females that deal with Pisces men. That's why I don't like talking about them unless I have a drink in my hand, because it's a lot. But they are the ones that, I know them. They don't drink, they don't smoke, they live a good life. They pick the negative Pisces, and they look like crackheads, and don't drink, no smoke, or nothing. I don't know what Pisces do to women. That's why I steer clear away. But they got a way of making you feel good, or they will F your mind all up. You don't know which way is up. You don't know if you're coming. You don't know if you're going. You don't know what mood they're going to be in when they wake up in the morning. Is you in a good mood? Is you in a bad mood? You just never know, because water
That sounds like Nature Boy.
What? No. He is just a narcissistic person. It's totally different. Nature Boy is a narcissistic person. Everything, he's fully aware of what he's doing. Pisces are not aware of. They didn't mean to wake up in a bad mood that morning. It's just that just happened. So now you have to.
Do you think that narcs? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Do you think what?
Do you think that narcs forgo their astrology signs, or they're still in their sign and just narcissistic about it?
I was going to start touching bases on that. Because your sun sign is still there, but when you're a narcissistic person with it could, like having a narcissistic Capricorn, you'll want to kill yourself. You're a knock and a cap, because you already think that you're in control. You already think that you're everybody's father. These are things you already do. So now imagine adding a knock to your personality. That's something we're going to explore. We're going to definitely explore that.
I think that's very interesting. I'm waiting to see how that shakes out.
Yeah, we're going to be exploring a lot of stuff. Oh, we need more after shows. Okay, we want to get into the negative side of Taurus. Remember, we're going to get to the negative stuff, and then we're going to get to the good stuff. So don't get mad because you saw how I went down with her. So you know for a fact that I'm going to get to the essence of Taurus. But I just want to fuck with you for a little bit first and let y'all hear the bad side. So you can't say no, boss lady, because you might not be a negative Taurus. But there are negative Tauruses out there that need to know this.
Big
All right,
time.
my love. Here we go.
You're not listening to the Mind of an Aquarius Moon. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities.
Don't forget, check his channel out. He got plenty of stuff.
And right now we're gonna talk about the negative side to your motherfucking zodiac sign. And right now we're gonna get into motherfucking Taurus. Now, what's Taurus about? Taurus rules the second house. But we ain't gonna get into that right now. We're gonna talk about the negative side. And one of your motherfucking negative attributes, I bet you can already guess it. Being motherfucking stubborn. But not stubborn to the point of aligning other people's ideas with your ideas. I mean being stubborn to the point that you become a motherfucking cinder block. You don't fucking move. I mean you can act like you applying people ideas all you want, but the negative side come out and people will see you do the same fucking shit again. And a person will be like, did I just tell you to do it that way? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? See Taurus is what happens here is they can become real materialistic. And real materialistic things doesn't always have to involve in money. It can just play out in people, places, and things. And when you become real, this is mine, real clingy, and not clingy emotionally, clingy to the things you have. Do you do this with people, places, and things? It can come out very negative, because here's the thing. You start to not care about the emotions and feelings of a person, and you only care about what they can do for you, so, or what you're doing for them. So you can get real nasty out the mouth. Oh, don't be around a motherfucking tourist that's doing everything for you. You ain't doing shit.
That's nature, boy.
Oh, on that negative side, come the fuck out. They gonna cuss your ass the fuck out. Oh, but listen, sometimes they might not even cuss your ass the fuck out because it's an earth sign. They like to make things real. It's fixed earth, being fixated on its own way of thinking and being practical. So if they want to prove something to you, they're gonna put it into action. They're gonna make it a reality. See, that's the negative side. See, it's positive in a lot of ways, but it's negative. When a Taurus feels a way, the way they express it is by putting it into action. If a Taurus feel like if they feel like they're gonna cheat, they're not gonna manipulate you, ring around it, or whatever like that. They're just gonna cheat, and they're not gonna care how you feel about it because the emotional involvement is not attached there. They just look at the reality. They look at, okay, you acting like you're cheating, you're acting like you're not with me, or whatever like that. So I'm gonna do what I do, and hopefully that show you what the fuck is going on. So now when this Taurus cheat on you and shit, the negative side of Taurus cheat on you, they just motherfucking cheat on you, and you looking at it like, I was just playing. I mean, I was just seeing how much this person cared for me. Nah, Taurus is bring that shit in reality. They're not mentally connected with you. They're the thinkers and the practicality. They like to think of with reality, not think with ideas. So if you're throwing around like manipulative ideas, trying to make them think that you're cheating, just for them to care more or whatever like that, no, the Taurus is gonna actually cheat. They're gonna act. They feel like, okay, you brought something in reality, let me bring something in reality, then let's resolve it. And then they have no problem coming back to you because they feel like that was the action that needed to be took. See, it's like thought forms and communications brought into action. You see what I'm saying? It's like, okay, we can communicate how to handle this relationship, or we can feel emotionally how to handle this relationship, or we can express how our relationship is. But the earth sign is more like, no, let's do the relationship. Let's do it. So, okay, if you're making me feel like I think you're cheating or whatever like that, well, let me cheat. If I feel like we need to break up, well, let's break up. You see what I'm saying? It's all let's get things wrote down. Let's concrete, and this become negative. Now, they can become very clingy onto people, places, and things because they can start to look at people like these are things that they have. They look at people. This is the negative side of Taurus. They can start looking at people like a possession. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like a fucking game. A Taurus could go buy some shoes, some clothes, go buy some video games, go buy some computers, and goddamn buy a motherfucking person. And that's how it's not emotionally connected there. Like, that's negative. So a lot of times Taurus can place people in scenarios and places, and they like to look at status in a lot of ways too, like Capricorns. So Taurus is kind of look at people, how people mean in their life based upon what is they bringing to the table. That's earth. So that is earth. Look at you if you're bringing money to the table, or if you're bringing certain things to the table. They can have you around and use you, but this in a quick instant, not give a fuck about you. You said that yesterday. If you're not bringing nothing to the table anymore, because they're not emotionally connected to you, or they're not mentally connected.
Girl, you know I don't be remembering half of the shit I said.
You sure did. You said it exactly like that too. You said that you can't come empty-handed to an earth sign. You have to provide something. You have to be of some benefit.
Yeah. And that, oh yeah, I said that's what I like about them. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I need for y'all to spring my memory. What would I do without? And you know, and it's so funny. Fucking cancers don't forget shit. You can ask a cancer what happened when they was 2 years old. They remember. They were like, yeah, I didn't like the way she changed my pamper. And I was running, and then I fell. And they were like, well, how old was you when this took place? 2.
That's so crazy you say that. Because I drew plans of a house my parents sold by the time I was 2. Like, I showed them where the living room was, like, not from the outside, but from the inside. I remember when they opened the door, like, had the layout of the house, and I was accurate. Yeah.
I tell you, I'm telling you now, a water sign, but especially a Cancer, they don't forget shit. And it's good and bad. It's good and bad. It's good because they don't forget shit, but it's bad if they out to get you and you don't know they remember what you did to them, but they remember. Or you broke up with them and you moved on with your life and they want to keep hitting you with, well, girl, you remember when we did this and this, and I'm like, well, goddamn, that was 20 fucking years ago. Can we work on the future, please? So it's good and bad, but if you ever have a conversation with the Cancer, the past, they always got to bring up something in the past. It could be good. It is not necessarily bad things. They will bring up, especially if you and that Cancer is still cool, and they may bring up all the good things you did, but it was still 20 years ago. Thank you. I'm glad, but what about like tomorrow? Can we make some new memories, please? But Cancer stays stuck in their memories. Their memories mean everything to them. That is the one sign. I should call them the memory sign. Memories. That song was made for them too. Dude, what you got to say, Anna?
Zero lies detected.
She said, right, my son remember everything. I'm telling you, that song, Memories, that's Cancer. They everything is either good, bad, or ugly, or if don't let somebody given them something that they really like, they probably never see that person again ever, and Cancer could have probably moved on with their life, but they still got that trinket. It's hidden because it's a memory. But that's a Cancer. Memories. But honey, they don't forget nothing. So that go for the bad stuff too. And you better hope that 20 years later, they don't punch you in your face for what you did 20 years ago. Hey, damn, why this person still hate me? You know what you did. And you start arguing, come to find out it was 20 years ago. Y'all Cancers make me laugh. I'm sorry, Anna. Y'all Cancers make me laugh. All right, let's go. Let's get back to the Queen.
To you. So their form of help is in action and realization. And if you're showing everything else but that, Tauruses become very disgruntled to you. They can kind of like throw you away. Like you could call them, try to emotionally connect with them, call them, try to bring up memories, they just throw you away. Like nah, I don't fuck with you no more. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. And when you are around them, they act like they still care about you. And you would think that they're emotionally attached, but nah, they just, if they do care about you, they have to show it in some type of material thing. So it's like cold like that. They act like they didn't even do you wrong. You see what I'm saying? Now, off the bat, I wrote down a little manuscript too. Now, Taurus is off the bat. This is what makes them negative too, because they like to cling on. They like to look at people like there's something that they have. So when a person walks out of a Taurus life, right? A Taurus feel robbed. They feel like they've been robbed. They feel like something been stolen from them. So the only way they can get back is by showing through actions. So a lot of times a Taurus try to do the same thing you doing in real life though, like on paper, actionary wise. You see what I'm saying? So it's almost like if you leave a Taurus or you take something from them, they really feel robbed. A person, place, or thing is like taking a piece of them. You're taking a piece of their soul when you steal something from a Taurus. So a negative side will come out like you've never seen before. They come relentless. So they use all the material and all the external things and energies that they have against you. So if it's a negative Taurus that's into guns, they're gonna make sure they get a lot of guns. If it's a Taurus that's into relationships, they're gonna jump into a lot of relationships. If you're a Taurus that's into money, you're gonna throw yourself in the realm of reality where you get a lot of money. If you're a Taurus that's into pills. You're gonna make sure, like whatever the Taurus into, they're gonna make sure they get a lot of it to be able to use it against you if you're giving them a negative energy, because Taurus deals with energy. So a lot of times the negative side that come out to Taurus is being too materialistic and looking at people, places, and things as possessions. So as negative, they use these possessions to go at other people or to go at other places and things a lot of times. So this could be real negative. It could become real stingy, not caring about your emotional stance on things. They don't care how you think, and they're gonna do what they want to do, how they want to do it, and they can become very possessive. So even if you was in a relationship with a Taurus and they didn't break up with you, say you broke up with them or you left them, they're gonna feel like you robbed a piece of them. You stole, because you were material, right? You were physical, right? So that's Earth Alley right there. So they can look at people like just as things, right? So so if a thing walk out of their life, they're gonna feel robbed and stole. So they're gonna be upset or use their energy to go at whoever stole it, or go at the energy of the person that walked away. And they can become stalkers for life.
To the door.
They can kill you.
Oh, I can't rewind it.
Taurus
I'm
will
gonna get to
kill
the
you.
next one.
And also with Tauruses, but then you have to lay back
Taurus,
Taurus. You can pay
Taurus.
somebody else to kill.
It's all about
You have
Taurus.
one of those Tauruses. But a lot of times,
Oh man, I had
Taurus
to
is
go
like
to the, I had to
sit
go
back
to the
and
door. I missed
use their
it.
negativity.
You should have
through
told
the
me. I
things
would have
that they
paused
have.
it.
And when a person can look
My
at
bad.
another person as something that they have, it can become very dangerous. And that's the negative side of motherfucking Tauruses. Flight boss. So these are your calm, cool, and collected killers. And
You heard that part.
Wait, I missed that. What was that?
He said these are your calm, cool, and collective killers. Yeah.
Oh my god.
He said you're calm, cool. Okay, we're gonna get into the archetype.
Well, Taurus, that's what we do. We'll say like, okay, you'll think it's cool, and then we'll creep up on you and ram you, them horns.
And then after this, I'm gonna get into the pure essence. But we're gonna do, why are Tauruses manifestors? Let's see.
Right.
this
That's
is
a good one.
what makes Taurus manifestors. You know what I'm saying? So now you have 3 different manifestors when it comes to Taurus. Now this is going to depend on the way this Taurus think and communicate. And when it comes to thinking and communicate, that deals with Mercury. So now, the 3 manifesting. Now let's talk about Taurus first. Taurus is fixed Earth. So fixed is being fixated on its own, and in this case, thinking and practicality. You know what I'm saying? Earth is the thinking and the practicality. Air is the thinking and the communication. Water is the feeling and the emotions.
You catching
Fire
on, Anna?
is the feelings and the seer.
Are you catching on?
So you have
A little
the right
bit.
brain,
It's
the left
making more
brain, and then
sense
you
for
have the
sure.
yin and yang. When it
Okay.
comes to sextiles and oppositions and things like that. So water and fire are going to be the yin. The yang going to, fire. Yeah, no. Fire, water
What's
going to
the
be the
yin?
right brain,
Right.
and air and earth going to be the left brain.
Right.
And then comes the sextiles and oppositions and trines and the yin and yang and all that. But that's another video. So right now you have Earth. You have fixed Earth. That's being stable and fixated on its own, in this case thinking and practicality, which deals with the senses, reality, and common sense. So this is what makes Taurus the masters of the 5 senses, because they're fixated on the 5 senses. So right here, they're ruled by Earth and Venus. So right here you have the 3 manifesting types, which is you have the practical manifestors, which will be the Mercury and Tauruses. You have the spiritual manifestors, which will be the Aries and Mercury Tauruses. And then you have the communication manifestors, which will be the Mercury and Gemini Tauruses. So let's break them down. So let's break down the Mercury and Tauruses. Now, these people are the practical manifestors. So these people, they know how to manifest on a practical level. Because like I said, what is Taurus? What is fixed earth? So fixed is being fixated on its own thinking and practicality. So this is the way they think and communicate too. They like to think about reality. They like to think about what they can touch, what they can see.
I always say that.
They can hear. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times this makes them think about and communicate about different fabrics. They like different type of stuff. These people are, they know how to manifest this off the will of knowing that things take time, knowing that things take time to grow, things need taken care of, things not going to happen overnight. These people don't mind patience. These people think with patience. They communicate with patience. They may set aside a lot of emotions. Not to say that they're not emotional, but
and this is what I was trying to explain to people that are Tauruses, that even though you're a negative Taurus or positive Taurus, that's how I knew Nature Boy was a Taurus. His whole thought pattern is Taurus. He is a manifester. Whatever he think about, he brings into reality. It's just a negative reality. He's a negative person, but we got to also remember he's narcissistic, sociopath. But whatever that man thinks of, it comes to him, don't it? Come on, guys, don't you?
Yeah, it does.
Whatever that piece of SOB think of, it comes into fruition.
Yeah, that's why everything that's coming in here, he is so demonic. He is a spirit from the pits of hell, and I cast him back to the pits of hell. He is a demon. You can see the ooze of the spirit world oozing out of his skin. He's so nasty, like
that is true.
Like an eel. You know that stuff that comes out the eel?
Yeah. No, but remember, we just speaking upon, you're 100% right. And when we get on him, make sure you bring that back up. We just speaking upon him being a Taurus right now. He's just a negative Taurus. He's a psychopath Taurus. But I'm saying, before I even knew what his sign was, when I watched him, the way he did stuff, that's Taurus traits. That's Taurus traits. Remember, you could use your traits for good or bad. Good or bad. But he's a manifesting motherfucker. But that doesn't mean he's not gonna pay for all. Remember, you gotta pay for everything you do in life. You gonna pay for that. You don't take your gifts and use it to destroy anything and everything. That's what he does with his traits. But let's go. And then we're going to get into the full breakdown of Taurus when this is over.
Depending on the moon, but at the same time, they don't depend a lot of their actions on emotions. They have to think about it and have to see, does it make sense first. So here's the difference with the right and the left brains. You know what I'm saying? So they have to make sure that it makes sense what they're actually feeling, and they have to make sure that they're not expressing a wrong thought or communicating the wrong thing just based upon their feeling. You know what I'm saying? They have to think and make sure it's practical. You know what I'm saying? So they know how to manifest in a practical way. They know what it's going to take to get from point A to point B, and they don't think otherwise. So this would may make a Taurus stubborn at times, but at the same time, they still understand that every patience is a virtue, and everything takes time to build in order to have a sturdy foundation to fall back on. So this, they know how to manifest, and it may take them time, but when they get it, they know how to never let it go. Now when you have the Mercury and Aries Tauruses, now these are your spiritual manifestors. So these are people who may throw spiritual annotations onto the material things that they have or the people in their life, because remind you, Aries is cardinal fire. It's a cardinal, so it initiate and creates, and fire is the seer and the feelings. So it initiates new ways of how to feel and how to see things. So anytime you have visions, you want to express it. So this will make Aries expressive. So right here, this is how you think and how you communicate. So when you think and communicate about things you see and visions and inspirations and ideas and things like that, when your sun sign kicks in, it acts on it and takes time on it. And a lot of times you may feel frustrated with yourself because you feel like you're not getting all your ideas out at one time. You know what I'm saying? But that's the little balance that's going to have to help out with it. I mean, to help or hurt, but it helps in the long run. And that's just the balance you may have frustrations with at time. But for the most part, this is you inspire others through your communication and through the way you think. You know what I'm saying? Because you think forward and you have direction into an outlook, and you create direction where there is none. So you may go through things like the ram a lot of times by the way you think and how you communicate about things. But at the same time, you take your slow and steady pace like the bull until you get agitated to ram somebody. So you know what I'm saying? So when all these thoughts in your head is going, or and these inspirations and all these expressions that you want to communicate, you communicate in a slow, steady pace when it comes to your actions and the way you act. So you walk and act as an inspirational person because of the way you speak. Like you may put more into something than actually what it is. You want to put meaning behind the things that you have or the people in your life and tie it to something spiritual or something passionate, something that you're passionate about. Like the difference between a Mercury and Taurus.
That's Amira. That's Dr. Amira right
Mercury
there.
and Aries, Taurus.
Don't it sound like her?
The Mercury and Taurus may think like they may get something because everyone likes
it. Really does.
So you know what I'm saying? But
Especially
they
the
have
structure.
to feel it first, touch it, and if they sense that this is everyone wants this possession or something like that, then they may think and communicate it about it to get it, like just based upon that. But the Mercury and Aries Taurus may get something if it really means something to them, like if they passionately want to get it, or if it's something tied to something spiritually about it, or someone that they knew in the past may have wanted it and died, and now they wanted it now. You know, shit like that. Like it's little slightly differences, but it's really you're still a Taurus sun. It's just the three different manifestors. So this is how you're going to manifest when you have the Mercury and Aries when you're a Taurus. You know what I'm saying? You're going to think and communicate in ways of aspiration, inspiration to get the things you want, to get your pleasures. You know what I'm saying? Now, and a lot of times you may express it. You may express your talents. You may think you need to express your talent that you have by being a Taurus.
That is Dr. Amira.
Or using your because all Tauruses are good at motras, whether they know it or not. So all Tauruses could be good dancers. They just have to have another placement to break that out of them, to break that shell out of them. Because they already natural mutual type signs, all earth signs, but especially the Taurus signs. You know what I'm saying? So it's important for them. So if they have Mercury and Aries, this would get them out of their shell a little bit, because they will feel like they need to express what they see, what they feel. You know what I'm saying? So when they think that, a lot of times it'll peer out through as a youngin becomes older and older through life, it'll start to be expressive more and more, and they become dancers or singers or things of that nature, especially singers or using a vocal box or things of that nature. But just a regular Taurus in any way, shape, or form could dance. They just have to have something to break them out of that. You have a lot of Tauruses that may be reserved and may not feel like the need to come out of their shell in that way until they know how to practically do what they're actually trying to do, so they won't look stupid. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you have the communication manifestors. Now, this is the Taurus.
That'd be boss lady.
Gemini.
That'd be boss lady.
So this is Mercury and Gemini. As
I think that'd be boss lady. She will want one or three.
These people know how to communicate. I mean, these people know how to manifest by communicating with others, communicating how and learning how to get from point A to point B. When they see somebody have some type of status, some type of stability amongst themselves, these are the people they want to hang around. These are the people they want to be around. They feel like if they be around this could practically get them in the same vibration that these people are in. So they like to communicate. These are the talkative Tauruses. These are the Tauruses who like to analyze and overly think and get their hands dirty, get their hands into everything. You know what I'm saying? And
that's Dr. Amira too.
Milk out of these thoughts, because they're gonna have a lot of thoughts, because Mercury loves to be in Gemini. Mercury is thinking and communication. Gemini is mutable air. Mutable is being changeable and being adaptable and in this case to other people's thinking and communication. So you're looking at other people's ways, other people's nerve system, other people's ways of doing things, and then you're coming to a practical sense of it, like maybe this is something I need to do, or maybe this is something I don't need to do. Then it hits your sun sign, so it's going to hit your 5 senses again. You know, or is this something I should waste energy on or not? You know what I'm saying? And that's to communicate. So you're only going to talk to who you think is practical enough to talk to. You're not going to involve yourself into people, places, and things that you don't feel is practical or feel.
That sound like more like the queen. She don't attach herself to everybody. She only attach herself to certain people. Now we're gonna break this video right here. At least I ain't go through all the bad things with the Taurus like I did Cancer. But I had to do that to Cancer
because we not that bad. We not that bad. That's why.
No, it's because everybody think Cancers is like beautiful, and I'm like, F out of here.
I'm just drawn that way.
I'm like, no, stop it. I know that wasn't not the women, the men. You know I love the women. Okay, now we're gonna hear a real astrologer. Check him out. He's gonna break it down to the core, so you can understand your element. You understand what your moon is and everything else. Let's go. My next one I'm gonna probably do Scorpio just for Royalty Pro. Do Scorpio. I don't know which day I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna hook her up. Okay, I'm gonna do Understanding the Taurus Woman, part 1. At any point in time, if you agree with something, say yeah, boss lady, because we have to say that because we just cannot use the whole video. And if you disagree with something, disagree too.
Today, well, we are going to do another video, and we are going to talk about the Taurus woman. I know I had done a whole video on the Taurus woman, the Cancer woman, the Scorpio woman, the Pisces woman. Oh, hold on. No, sorry. Not my little cocktail. You know,
I love you, Fernando.
I have the best job in the world where I can work from home, have my little cocktail, and hey, it's a lot of work to do this. But anyway, we're gonna. None of my videos were able to come through, unfortunately, and I had to get a new phone. It's like my 7th phone, and I don't know what was going on. I was just having a lot of signal problems. The Earth Goddess. She's also the Earth Mother. Virgo is the maiden. Capricorn is the queen. But Taurus is the Earth Goddess.
Oh God, let me stop the video.
Also the Earth Mother.
Alright, video stopped. That's enough.
Okay, that enough said right there.
Earth Goddess. Okay, enough video. Okay, next. Oh God, what happened? Okay, let's just stop this video right here.
Did he telling them that, Tony? Don't you always, Anna Banana? Does she always say that or not?
Yes.
What?
Mother.
I know, right? I do. Dang. I get myself in a lot of trouble, don't I? Nah, I'm just joking. She knows she the queen. Let's go, Earth Goddess. Now
let's see what I did.
Okay, baby.
She represents the Atlas, which holds the Earth intact. It doesn't fall in space, right? It stays there because dark matter is holding the globe and everything else in space. That's why nothing in space free falls. It's all there with dark matter. Dark matter is Taurus. Just like the Earth itself and the waters and the elements and everything that gives it structure and stability, a solid sphere, also is under the dominion of Taurus. Whenever there's an earthquake, something is going on with Taurus. Taurus is the footstool in which we stand on. And if something goes wrong with that stability, then we're in trouble. So just like what we ascribe to nature, we can also ascribe to the Taurus woman. 3 things you need to know about the Taurus woman: good food, good sex, and good company, and in that same order. Okay?
Do you agree with that? Do you agree with that, Queen?
You know what? I'm not gonna disagree with him.
She said good food, good sex, and good company. Holy shit. All right now. Well, y'all,
In
let's
that
go.
order. Wait a minute. In that order.
That's what he said too. Let's go.
She's a sensualist.
Oh God.
And when I say she's a sensualist,
Oh, he's getting on my nerves. Now I'm joking. Because when he get on Leo, y'all gonna get really upset. But I'm not doing Leo to Leo season. But let's go.
she's a woman that loves the sense of touch.
Uh-huh.
She loves her magical voice. You will fall in love with her magical voice. It commands animals, birds, trees,
Oh
insects.
God.
You know, a true goddess. A true goddess. You know, her movements, the way she moves her hips, walking down the aisle.
Look at
walking
boss
down
lady
the
getting
street,
all flattered.
throws that
is
look and gives that
crazy.
glare.
Oh my God.
You
Getting
know,
a little carried away now.
they say Cleopatra.
What y'all said, sis?
I
Wait
said
a
he getting a
minute,
little carried
because
away now.
I have been told that I have this walk that is just, you know,
Graceful.
and it, I mean,
No, that is true. You are not lying. Because I always tell my Taurus friend, I said, girl, that fucking walk. I said, I would die to have that walk. I said, it's like a sachet. I can't explain it.
right,
But
I
it's,
can't either.
it's like a sachet. But the one that here go banana like, damn, you had me as like, I ain't get none of that beauty stuff. You got me as I mean, I like being powerful and everything. It's beautiful. Thank you for letting people know I'm powerful and not a crybaby. But you got this chick as the goddess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just a little fucked up. A little fucked up.
Let's
Just
bring
keeping
boss
it
lady.
real. He's just keeping it
Do you
See,
know if this is true? Is it
That's
true?
why- That's why I always show him last, because he's a real astrologer
right.
and he breaks it down to the fullest.
Is he right so far, boss lady?
Huh? Oh yeah, he's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
He's right. Cause I noticed it too. But that walk is so true, and I be like, D.
She knows me so well. She answering for me. Did you hear that, Anna?
Oh, sorry.
Show did. Show did. I used your whole name and everything.
Y'all treat. Why
That's
you
that
treat
Leo.
me so bad?
That's that Leo.
Why you treat me so bad?
That was so cute.
No, cause I'm saying it's so on point. But this is the boss lady's time. My bet is for her to say yes or no, and she said yes
He's
so
on
far.
point so far. He's on point. I'm agreeing.
Yeah,
with him.
cause he started off with you being a
Let's
goddess.
see where he goes with this. Let's see.
It started off with you being a goddess, so of course, you know.
Well, it can only get better from there, but you know.
Okay.
Was a woman who hurled 1,000 ships by just her stare. She might have been a Capricorn, but she had Taurus rising. Because only the Taurus woman has the ability to enrapture and captivate a man, or woman, or nature itself. Nature responds to her, like Miss Virgo, the maiden. when I talk about her sense of touch, she loves sensation. You want to get a Taurus girl, you better know how to appeal to her senses. You have to smell musty, sexy. Your nails are like Miss Virgo, gotta be clean, you gotta be groomed. You can't be boring though. You can't be a fuddy duddy. Remember, the opposite sign of Taurus is Scorpio. So understand that even though the Taurus woman may come across as very gentle.
Okay, that part again. That part is for Anna, cause I'm trying to get her. She's learning what the
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait.
huh?
Okay, he said they come across as gentle. Is that what you meant?
Yeah, they are gentle,
Okay.
but he didn't finish. But that part, I'm glad, and that was for Anna to hear because I'm trying to learn her about your polar opposite and how you
Oh, okay.
pull from your polar opposite.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah. Okay.
Scorpio is your polar opposite. So he's
Okay.
telling you that y'all could be gentle, but when y'all pull from Scorpio, y'all turn into, but you'll hear yourself. But I just want Anna to like start to learn to pick up the lingo
Yep.
and how things are being told, because you can't
Yep.
talk about one sign without the
Without
other.
incorporating the other. Yep.
Ah, my girl is getting it. All right, boo.
And very soft and bubbly like Miss Cancer, and very like poised like a glass menagerie. There's a lot of intensity in her,
Go ahead.
bubbling
You freak.
like lava coming up from the surface.
Boss lady, a damn freak, but let's
Like
go.
lava.
She's a freak. Let's
Hey,
go.
this is YouTube, sis.
Yeah, freak. Okay.
And blows up like a volcano
It's gonna
Blow
tell
it up,
or
baby.
seismic activity.
Blow it up, baby.
Her emotions and her feelings run real deep. Not as deep as Miss Virgo, but deep enough where, listen, if things are not practical in her eyes, if things don't sound right and logical and sure-footed and methodical, she ain't gonna want nothing to do with you.
That's true. Is that true, boss lady?
100.
All right, we're gonna keep it going.
Unlike Miss Virgo will take a chance. Her opposite sign is Pisces, the ocean, she'll take a chance because she's adventurous like that. But Miss Taurus, no, she's not like that. There's gotta be a plan. There's gotta be a plan, and there's gotta be ways to execute that plan that's very safe and sure-footed. That's how she like her men. She want her men to completely be men that she can control, that she can dictate what will be done, what will not be done, how it will be done, and what are the end results.
The end result.
She runs her men
shit.
like she runs a business.
Damn.
It's all about sure-footed practicality,
Damn.
first and foremost. And when that's out of the way, then she'll play.
She gonna play. Go ahead, boss lady.
She's a tall woman. And let me tell you what I mean when I say that she's a tall woman. I don't mean a tall woman. She may very well be a tall woman. But the tall woman that I'm talking about is the tall woman that is tall in hair. And I met many a Taurus girl. And they are quite tall. Not in their physical morphology, but in their thinking. They have highest potential and they think tall, and they don't care if they have to stand against someone who is tall for them to assert who they are and make an example.
Yeah, I agree.
She can handle anything that's thrown at her, like a Scorpio woman or a Scorpio man. There isn't anything that you can throw that woman that she won't be able to handle.
Okay, any lies detected, boss lady?
No, because they just throwed a tornado, a hurricane, Claudette ain't had nothing about the storm I just went through. And remember when I was telling you about that ride I was taking, and we was talking about the last show and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was past Claudette. I done passed her up. I think I'm up way up on the H or something. But
Well, that's why he said nothing. At least you know how powerful you guys are. Nothing is not taking you out. All right, no lies detected. Here we go.
She functions at her best in crisis. While everyone is running around with their heads cut off and going crazy, you see Miss Taurus woman very... Well, hold on. Oh my God! Hold on.
Wait, is that
Oh.
true, Anna Banana? Is that not me? Do I be the one to wait until everybody start
Yep.
yelling and screaming and
Uh,
everything, and then
uh,
I?
that is
That's
you.
the part that I couldn't explain when I was trying to
Okay,
tell you why it's so funny that
this
how
is
you
what we'll
told that
do.
man that he was full
With
of
all
shit.
Wait,
When
say
you was
that
like,
again.
because that's what makes it so funny when I first heard her voice, because she was so calm and she's like, "Oh, I get it now. You full of shit." Like the way she said it was just so. Yeah, you'd be like, and you just be
Yeah.
laid back. You'd be like, "Uh huh, uh huh, yeah." That's perfect.
Oh.
That's how that's the part. That's the way I couldn't explain it. He explained it so
Oh.
much better.
Oh my God. I'm gonna get an ice now. I gotta get you some ice. Hold on now.
Oh Lord, she's running for the eyes. She's running
Because
for the
this is
eyes.
getting good. This is getting good.
Very,
This is
very
getting good.
interesting.
Her head is gonna
I
I
be
agree.
like
her
his. I like the
head.
way he.
Her,
I like the way he reads.
that's no that I'm telling you. I being that I've been doing this for a while, I know how to present it to you guys. I let you see
Yeah.
the negative or whatever, but then I hit you with the real stuff. He is always going to be last. So when I get up to Scorpio, I'm gonna do. But Scorpio's not even next. Who the freak is next? Me and Gemini. Oh, Leo is next. Holy shit. Leo next. Oh
Oh my
I
shit.
was gonna go
God.
ahead and let you
Do
forget.
you have your eyes? Please, please get your eyes.
Please go.
But y'all not gonna like Leo at all. I'm just letting y'all know. But, 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 at least, the way he swolls Taurus head right about now is unbelievable. But everything he's saying is absolutely true.
Yeah.
Every Taurus I
No,
know,
no, hey, hey,
it
hey,
fits
calm
them.
down. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Hold on,
I'm
hold on, hold
giving you
on.
props, Mama. Don't get me.
No, 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 no. I don't even want that shit. Take that back. Because the simple
What?
fact that he's not giving us props, he's telling you how it is. That's everybody wants to act like it's some kind of prop. It ain't a prop. It's just the way it is, boo.
I'm still giving it to you. You gonna take it
No,
because
but you
I'm giving it to you. Don't tell
no,
me
you
don't take
can't give
nothing
me
back.
what I already got.
What I'm giving you is the saying that what he's saying is absolutely correct. Now you want me to take it back and say it's absolutely incorrect? You got me confused here. I'm
No.
saying that's what I mean by that. But you know
Tony,
what you're
dang. Okay,
I'm
okay. The
saying
medication,
what he's saying is so
the
accurate.
herbal
Let me
tea is
say it in a
kicking
nice
in.
way.
The herbal tea was kicking in, so I was just
Let
messing
me
with you. Okay.
let me say it in a nice way so I don't get put back in the corner. Cause I stay in trouble. I stay on timeout with boss lady. I'm always in the corner and stuff. With my leg up and stuff.
I was just playing.
I know, but I'm just saying he's so accurate though. He's so accurate. Every Taurus I know it's true. People may not like it's the absolute
Well,
truth.
both of my daughters, I'm a Taurus, and both of my daughters are Taurus, and all of our birthdays in the same week.
Oh, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Okay, we're gonna carry on. I'm gonna let this play while I go get my ice. Can I come out the corner and go get my ice, boss lady, please?
I was begging you to go get your eyes.
Oh God, here we go. I'm
So while
telling
we're
you.
taking this break, why don't you guys go ahead and hit that like?
Oh yeah,
Go
tell
ahead
him.
and subscribe.
That's right.
And Tony's Cash App is $sugarlove820. That's SUGA 820.
Yeah, show my sister, show my sister some love. She is bringing it in the middle of the day. This is not no late night trying to sneak it in when you ain't paying attention. Right
I
up in
like
your
that it
face.
comes before Nature Boy though, because we can use it to understand what's going on with them more too, and their reactions to certain things.
Yeah, well, the thing of it is, he is a culture vulture. I mean, and what I mean by that is he sits there and watches the internet, and he have them watch the internet, and he takes on all these different personas and ideas and sayings that he hears, and he just throws it all together and just makes up some goobity garb. Man, I laughed for like 2 hours, like 3 o'clock this morning. Some shit I found that he had put on. He was on with some of the people on Vigo, and had a panel. If there was what is that? What's the little baby mama love mama somebody?
Mama
Uh,
Wanda?
no, it's a little skinny transsexual lady that's real pretty, but and
Oh,
skinny.
you talking about the cat lady or the mama kitty?
Yeah, yeah, Mama Kitty. Mama
Yeah, I
Kitty is
saw
it?
that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Did you see how he changed up and everything and how he was talking when he was on there talking to them? That
Uh-huh.
he
He's a very ineffective chameleon.
that was
Okay,
so sad.
let's get back to the goddess because it's part one and it's a part two. Sorry, guys. It's a part one and it's a part two. But this is good for people. So, again, next time you meet a Taurus, you'll know what you're getting yourself into. Even though she's sweet and lovable, she's not built to break. She's not built to break. And when you open up that damn that thing when them balls on, you let them loose, your ass is out. But let's go. Who's live right now? Oh, world. Oh, I gotta finish with this first. I'll catch him. I'll catch him. But I gotta finish with this because I promised this to boss lady.
Oh, the calmness. With smooth, she a swagger. With smooth swagger. She'll bring everything, every situation, and everybody being affected under control.
Mm.
Her
Say
opposite
that.
sign is Scorpio. Remember, there is no crisis that she will not know how to take care of or how to handle. None! None! She got you. She got you. One more time. She got you.
My boss lady do got
Oh,
me.
yeah.
I thank you, boss
You
lady.
know, another
He
thing is that
knows
she's
what's
fairly
on it.
honest. She really is a real honest girl.
Love.
She, especially in crisis, she's honest and smooth
Thank you, believing
sailing.
it.
And the more intense the crisis,
Thank you.
the
Enjoy.
better she acts.
Oh
The more
God.
she reins it in with absolute control and finesse.
I'm gonna change the title. I'm telling you.
No,
This guy, I haven't heard this in forever, so a lot of this is new for me. Even though I know a lot of this, but the way he says it, it's like I'm gonna change the title. And after Taurus, I'm gonna put boss lady on the title. Cause this so suits her to the T. Don't you agree?
I
Yes.
mean, this part right here, you might as well say he wrote me a letter.
No, I think it's so accurate. I have to put your name in the title. I'm gonna change the title and put your name in here because when he says she got you, and I think of all the time boss lady had my back. Oh what? Oh,
Oh, thank you, sis.
so this is
'Cause
dedicated to boss lady because everything he said is describing her to the T. Let's
when
go.
when he lie, I'll stop him.
I know you will.
Ain't that what the
part
old
of
folks
the
say? When I
the
lie,
reason
stop me.
for
All right.
that is because she has a lot of emotional strength. A lot of emotional strength. So much so that you have to go into a debate whether who's the strongest, the Taurus woman or the Scorpio woman. Because you cannot differentiate. They're strong. They're strong. They're strong women in here. It's unlike anything you have ever seen. And the self-confidence in her nature can endure any confidence or any ego of any man. Yes, yes.
Yes.
Miss Virgo is scandalous, but
Ego.
Miss Taurus, a trip. The only thing is that the trip will be on ground. It won't be like Miss Virgo. She might go out the way yonder to get on a spaceship or get on a,
Damn,
she's Lady
Virgo.
Chatterley.
Damn,
You'll
Virgo.
never know what Miss Virgo will do, but Miss Taurus, it will be completely sure-footed on the ground, and that's for sure. And it may be bumpy and scary and crashy, but it will be sure-footed because that's the road. Like the Wizard of Oz, follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow, 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 follow. Okay, that's Taurus. As long as Dorothy stood on that yellow brick road, she was gonna get to her destination. That's Taurus. Taurus doesn't deviate from her plan. No, she don't.
Yeah.
But you see, here's the thing. She has a very powerful moral compass, you know. And like I said, she can handle anything thrown at her. But if her man wants to be the one that wants to be the boss and wants to be in charge, guess what? She'll let him. She'll let him. But he better deliver the goods. He better deliver the goods. Otherwise, it's going to be a problem.
It's gonna be a problem.
But let me tell you, she's clearly capable of running the show herself. Clearly capable. Make no mistake about that. She has a mind of her own and will not resort to the feminine trickeries of Miss Virgo or of Miss Cancer or of Miss Libra to get a man to get her what she wants.
No
She'll play
trickery.
the damsel in distress. Oop, oop, be-doo, like Miss Gemini. Or she'll be the giggling girl that throws that laughs at everything that you tell her. Miss Cancer.
That's crazy.
She'll be like Miss Libra that will let you know that she wants you, but you better pay the check. It's hefty. Hefty. Miss Libra requires nothing but the best. A cardinal sign. But you know, she doesn't have to play weak to get what she wants. She doesn't. Oh, I'm just getting a video of someone liking what I'm doing. Okay, great, thank you, blah. Listen, she doesn't have to resort to feminine wiles in order for her to get a point across and get what she wants from a man. But if that's the easy way to do it, she'll do it. She'll do it. Oh, she has tremendous self-control, emotional self-control, even though she doesn't appear to be. She's a real woman, and she's proud of it. And as a real woman, she wants a real man because she knows she's a real woman, and she don't make apologies. She don't make apologies about that. She has an internal pride about her that cannot be shaken. It cannot be shaken. She practices great restraint in most cases and can be cruel if she feels the need to be cruel, especially if she has Leo or Aries on the ascendant. She can be cruel, mean, vicious,
Bullies.
and be very subtle about it. Be very subtle about it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Now, one thing about her that is really appreciative about Miss Taurus woman is that she takes people as they are. She's not interested in changing you. She's not interested in making you into something that she feels you should be, like Miss Scorpio. No, Miss Taurus will accept you and embrace you whether you are a serial killer,
Oh
a
God.
rapist, a pedophile, whatever you are. If you show loyalty to her, because loyalty is really what can be a game changer if you don't keep that loyalty. Loyalty with her, with Miss Taurus, is paramount. She'll protect you to the ends of the earth. She'll risk going to jail herself on your behalf if she really feels that you're in her corner. But if you betray her,
Oh shit.
if you betray her,
Uh-oh.
and don't support her and don't give her your loyalty, remember the opposite sign is Scorpio. Be careful.
Be careful.
Oh no, she don't tolerate betrayal or lack of loyalty because she goes all out, all in. She do. She is as loyal as a wife would be to her husband. If she doesn't like you, she won't fuss. If she doesn't like you, she won't fuss. She'll just ignore the shit out of you. And Miss
Is there any lies detected so far? Remember,
ma'am.
I can't speak. I only can say what I know, but I can't speak of it because you are the true Taurus. So I have to ask you: is there any lies detected so far?
No, ma'am.
Okay. she like this girl pulling out my whole damn card.
Can you
Taurus has a way.
Can you please call my mommy, Dr. O'Meara?
Way of ignoring you and pretending like you don't exist, like nobody's business. Like nobody's business. You'll be more shocked and more angry and more traumatized by her ignoring you than her dealing with you directly. Because that hurts more. When they don't talk to you, when they don't even acknowledge you,
Damn.
they're letting you know
You
that
do
you're
that?
basically garbage.
You do that,
And that
boss
you're not
lady?
worth their concern.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh wow.
And sometimes that can be more hurtful than the angry side of Taurus coming at you. You don't know which one is worse. Her deadly indifference and silence, like you don't exist, or that Taurian anger that can literally cause the earth to shake.
Damn, boss lady. I'm glad
You could be
we
a
cool.
serial killer, an accused child molester, like I mentioned before, and she'll fight on your behalf. She will find a way. Miss Taurus will find a way to justify your behavior and get you off the hook. Sure. She'll do that. You must show complete loyalty and devotion to her, like I already mentioned here. Oh, and then we have to talk about the jealousy. Jealousy. Remember that song from the 80s and 90s? I forgot who sang that song. That was a jam. That was a jam. Oh my God. I wish I could say the lyrics, but I can't because I'll be slapped with a lawsuit. I can't do it.
A copyright. I know. I
In
hate
the
that.
late 80s, jealousy.
Yep.
Remember, she's getting that from Scorpio, the sign of jealousy. That's the opposite of Taurus. So when she's jealous, oh Lord, give her strength. Give her strength. But here's the thing. Miss Taurus is not gonna get upset if you have a girlfriend that have been friends. You know, she ain't gonna be mad or upset if there's an occasional kiss, an occasional wink. She ain't gonna be upset. She won't be upset if you bring the bitch, around her and parade her. But once there's touching and kissing and she feels that there's a betrayal of that boundary,
Look at his face.
absolutely hell from there. Remember, the opposite sign of Taurus is Scorpio. So that jealousy is legendary.
Again, I must always stress that. And which people don't always stress that. And this goes out. I'm only just just, I know anybody like I know already. You can't completely talk about your sign until you know your I call it partner sign. Until you know your partner sign. So you must learn your partner sign so you can know where this is not me. Where is this coming from? Then you can say, oh, I'm pulling this from my partner sign.
Right, right, right.
So Scorpio is your partner sign. So that's what makes you even more dangerous.
Wow.
Because you're dangerous already, and then you pulling from Scorpio. That's what made Anna Banana a boss bitch.
Well,
I'm not calling you a bitch, but you know what I mean by that, Anna.
Yeah. But I think he went a little bit extreme as far as he's saying having your back. He didn't have to, because ain't nobody finna have none of them people back. Now some good person back that needed to be saved and you need to be helped and stuff. Yeah, but those people he was talking about, I really don't think so. They can find.
No, I didn't. I didn't agree with that neither. Or maybe
I'm not spending my energy on that. No.
Right. I think. Well, maybe some Tauruses do that, but I don't agree with that part neither. But the part with certain things that you do, people don't know when you filter, when you pull from Scorpio and you filter it through, everything is filtered through your sun. So once it gets filtered through your sun, have freaking mercy. Have mercy. Have you ever seen like The Rock and all them other Taurus like Chris Brown and The Rock? They just got this freaking energy that never fucking stops. I'd be like, damn, don't try ever get tired. But that's that fixed energy. But that and that's what make Anna a boss bitch. Not calling her itch, because her partner sign is Capricorn.
Right.
So she's gonna win regardless. She's gonna always
I love
win.
Banana. I love her. She will sit there and listen to everybody. She's a very patient, very good listener. She comprehends well. She thinks it out. She's gonna be awesome when she grow up. You go on, girl.
Yeah, because she's pulling from the devil. The devil.
Oh,
the devil. When the fuck am I gonna grow up? Because I'm already 41.
Wait, baby. I mean, like older. Older. I mean, when you get older.
I'm just playing with you. I'm just
playing. You know what I mean? Like, not you ain't.
You know what it is? She sounds so young. She sounds so young.
No, she is young. She is young. She is young now.
Yeah,
she's young.
I get that a lot.
But that's what makes her right. Her power structure is a little bit different from Boss Lady's power structure, because Boss Lady is not. Her sign is really not about power. It's about her strength. And a Banana, because her partner sign is Capricorn. And that's cardinal. See, remember, Scorpio is fixed too. Wherever your partner sign is, you share. Like if you're fixed, your partner sign will be fixed. If you're cardinal, your partner sign will be cardinal. Y'all will always share the same energy. So when people always go talk about them, you have to study your partner sign, so you can see when you start acting different. You're like, because sometimes I catch myself and I be like, damn, I'm acting like an Aquarius. I don't want to act like a damn Aquarius, goddamn it, but it happens. But let's go.
And she'll knife you.
Ooh.
She'll knife you.
What you say they called you?
Wait a minute. He said it too fast. Go back.
Hold up.
She won't be upset if you bring the bitch, around her and parade her. But once there's touching and kissing and she feels that there's a betrayal of that boundary, it's absolutely hell from there. Remember, the opposite sign of Taurus is Scorpio. So that jealousy is legendary, and she'll knife you. She'll knife you. And if she don't do it literally, she'll do it in the sex department.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Boss lady.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So you see,
What?
okay. Don't try to impress her with intellect. Like those guys that are, they got body, but they got mind, and they try to use the mind to get in. That might work with an Aquarius woman.
Yeah.
It will tickle a Libra woman. And it will impress the hell out of a Sagittarian. And a Capricorn, because they're going to see that it's chin chin. Also, he's got the intellect, so he can make money. He's got the intelligence to make money. Miss Taurus won't care about that. You know what she'll do? She'll be like, what's in your pocket? What's in your wallet? Like Capricorn 1, what's in your wallet? Yeah, she's that type of person. She don't like, she in fact, she can be a little bit distrustful of intellect.
Oh, God.
So if that's your game, if that's your angle with a Miss Taurus woman,
Honey.
you're already lost. Find another game, okay? Because she is clever. She doesn't deal with high intellect. It doesn't move her. She likes and respects basics of understanding to get the job done, to get things done. That's really what she respects. The basics. Going back to the basics. She don't care if you got a PhD. As long as you can go to the basics, then she don't got a problem with you. Okay? It's when you don't got it together that becomes a real problem.
Is that true, boss lady?
Oh, no. He took the part 2 off. He did y'all dirty like he did,
Right.
like he did,
Right. He cut
like
that
he
off
did.
right in the middle.
No, but he did the same thing to Capricorn. To Cancer. He took
Sure
off the
did.
part 2. Oh, he dirty. He dirty. He dirty. He dirty. He dirty. He dirty. He did the same exact thing to Cancer. But that would be,
Okay,
I
what
guess.
was that after? Oh, okay, that one is Taurus. Oh, Taurus, Scorpio.
No, they just talking about it. But these other people, they just speak upon what they think. They're not real astrologers. That's why I don't show. I'm not showing. Right. Right. That's why I'm not showing it. I only show people that really know what they're talking about, or real astrologers. That son of a gun took off the part 2.
Wow.
He took off the part 2. But
He had me dying when he said, she'll knife you.
no, I ain't the part where he said, yeah, you can be all intellect and all that other stuff, but what's in your wallet?
Yeah, that was good.
That had me cracking up. That had me cracking up.
Yeah, because I want to go shopping.
And not to mind you, y'all have your own money.
Yes, ma'am.
But that's predominantly all earth signs. Please remember that. That is predominantly all earth signs. Remember,
And look, my cousin that I had to, remember when I told you I had to go take that trip? And this is really finna blow you guys here the fuck back.
Mhm.
When I got where I had to go, I had to pay $100 in an Uber to get where I had to go.
Mhm.
And when I got there, my cousin came to pick me up and took me to her house, and we had Taco Tuesday. But guess what sign she is?
What?
Motherfucking Sagittarius.
Oh. Now, them Sagittarius will get you out your dough, honey. Them Sagittarius about that life. But they're the
Oh no, I'm lying. She a Virgo. She a fucking Virgo.
Oh.
She'll cut my throat up. Oh Lord.
Oh yeah, them Virgos, they about that money life. Yeah, but that's an Earth. Earth is not the. And I try to tell people, don't confuse it as they're money hungry or what you call them, gold diggers. They're not.
No, they are not.
No, I'm talking
they are
about
really
all
not.
Earth signs. All Earth signs. That includes Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. People, when people like they no, they're not gold diggers. They just are Earth signs. They must touch, feel, smell. They deal with the senses. Is what you have for me, and that's the main thing I like about them. That's one thing. That's like other people. Like you got a lot. I'm not saying that all Earth sign live that way. You do got some dumb ones that's out there will trick on people. I mean, come on, look at Fufu. Fufu make y'all Tauruses look really bad. You know what I'm saying? So you do got some that fell under a rock. But for the archetype for it, I don't blame them. Why you want to be up under me if you ain't got nothing for me? I respect that with Earth signs. What you got? I want a house. Can you supply that? Why would I want to stay in this predicament and you're with me? A true Earth sign ain't going for that. No, you better be working on a house. We ain't staying here. Yes, it's my birthday. What's in that box? What's in your wallet? You know? That's something that a lot of people may say. A lot of people give y'all a bad name and call y'all gold diggers and stuff, but y'all really not. That's just how Earth signs get down. And that go for the men too. That's why you got a lot of Earth sign men. They will get a woman out their money. It go for men too. If you're dealing with an Earth sign man, he might not take care of you. You might be taking care of him. Take that in consideration, women.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, I be damn. But I'm just saying, some women don't know that. Some women don't know that. But a majority of the women, unless you like dealing with somebody that's really screwed up, if you mess with an Earth sign man, you might be taking care of him because the same rule apply. What are you bringing to the table? Same rule apply. What you got for me? I need something to touch, feel. I know I can sex you until I want to, but I need to see something. What you got? What you got? And then they still might take care of you because they are a man, but they're still looking to receive something because that's Earth. But even though we didn't get to part 2, he said a mouthful in part 1, and he described Boss Lady to the T. She's one hell of a strong woman. That's the conclusion there. So I'm going to get off of this, and then I'm going to come back so we can catch up with Nature Nut. I'm coming out. I'm going out. I already got everything lined up for you guys. Don't worry about it. Come back in with Nature Nut. I see you guys tomorrow. If y'all want me to do more like signs, compatibility, and other things like that, let me know. And then I will supply your needs. Alright, I'm out of here. I see you guys back in 5 minutes.
Okay.